The first down.
Well, we've yet to talk about Ted Hurst, but everybody in Tampa knows who this guy is. If you've gone to any practice, you've just seen him terrorizing our D. He's in the slot up top. Great little move. And look, Ted Hurst is 6'4". He probably weighs 220 pounds, but the one thing that I've noticed when I watch him is just how shifty he is for that weight. Now, I don't know if this is a fact or not, but he stayed at Georgia State for those 2 years. If he would have gone to a big school, I mean, look at his numbers, look at his measurables, he probably would have been an even higher draft pick. The Bucs stole one in the 3rd round getting this kid.
Yeah, and no Mike Evans, he's the tallest of the current Buck receivers. And very fast. Bazelak on the move, throws wide open. He fell to the turf. Hurst hauled it in beyond the 40. Sean Tucker had a nice block.
Sean Tucker had a nice block. You hear that, guys? Hear that, bud?
Overruled, said it was incomplete. Did he not hang on? There's that block by Tucker here. It was a low throw, and
I mean, that's a catch. And if anybody knows me, he should
like
challenge this, because that's Bert Emanuel right there in 1999. Here's a guy player to watch.
Wow, there's a reference. Oh, that's painful. All right, so
ruling on the
this
field
will be challenged.
Tampa Bay is challenging that ruling.
Todd Bowles. And just
hey, when we come back, make sure we get back to that players to watch, because I do want to talk about Ted Hurst. But I think it's going to be a catch.
Maybe we have that in the file. At first it looked like a catch, then they ruled it no catch, and we got a challenge from the Bucs sideline.
We couldn't be happier to partner with the Tampa Bay Bucs. Captain Fear has a lot of ideas. It's awesome. The spirit's definitely there.
Hey, it's Spiro. And when you need to make your next local move, call the locally trusted expert, The Good Greek. Schedule your local move today at goodgreek.com.
Good Greek, moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
It's the final days of the Ford Summer Sales Event.
Off they go, spreading capability across America.
Great deals, great trucks.
Great time to buy. And J.D. Power says Ford is now #1 in new vehicle quality.
All the hauling and towing they'll do. Wish I could go with them.
Sure looks like fun.
But the deals end soon. Better hurry.
It's the final days to get Bronco for $499 a month or Explorer for $459, both with zero due at signing and complimentary mobile service maintenance for 2 years.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
At Toyota's National Sales Event, we've got a long lineup of vehicles for summer fun, like Camry, RAV4, Grand
This is the
Tundra, Corolla Hybrid, 4Runner, CHR,
this
Corolla
one
Hatchback, BZ, Woodland, Prius,
is
Corolla Cross, Land Cruiser, Tacoma,
Tampa
Toyota,
Bay
Corolla,
versus
GRC,
New York Jets.
Lease a new 2026
Tampa
Toyota
Bay versus
Camry
New York
LE
Jets,
for
chat.
$259 a month for 36
Appreciate
months
you,
with
LT1.
$42.58 due at signing. That's just
Appreciate
$259
you
a month on
tapping
the
in, my
Toyota
boy.
Camry.
Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
We're going to get the ruling on the no catch call and then challenged by the Bucs. You see the current weather here. It's that time of year when the tropics heat up, so we want you to stay prepared this hurricane season with Max Defender 8 radar. It's the most accurate weather radar in Florida. How accurate is the officials' call? Dwayne Haight is actually a standby auditioning umpire for a referee job for John Hussey tonight. He made the call with the review after the challenge.
Well, Haight hates me because I thought this was a catch. I mean, the ball can't touch the ground now, and it doesn't look like it moved in his hand. So, come on, Haight. No more hating, please.
And yeah, he gave it the throw. If the throw was a little better, Hurst might have had a better opportunity. And here's a fake. Bazelak on the move, floats one, almost a one-handed grab. A nice try up there by Dean Patterson. As remember, most of the Jets' first unit defense giving Bazelak in this backup offensive unit. None of the offensive line starters are in there, and/or running backs, receivers, obviously quarterback. And now it's a 3rd and 10 for Tampa Bay. By the way, you could throw anybody, new rule this year, anybody can throw the flag on the sideline for the challenge. I think you told me there was Todd, in this case, Todd Bowles, who threw
Todd
this.
Still has the red flag in his back pocket, but that's a new rule.
I'm sure they've coordinated if anybody else sees something. Worth the challenge anyway. From their own 21, Connor Bazelak gets rid of it quickly to Patterson. Can he get the first out of the Jets swarm him? And two of them got to him in a hurry. Patterson, a rookie from Georgia Tech, with Emeka Egbuka out with kind of a toe injury. He was going to play, roughed up a little bit this week.
And Connor Bazelak had to hide a low. He had Ted Hurst running in behind Patterson right there. He just has to dump it off, and the Bucs fail on third down. Patterson, interesting guy, homegrown, right? He's from our area in Lakeland, correct?
Yes.
He's in a very deep receiving room, but offensive coordinator Zach Robinson talked pretty glowingly of him and the type of camp that he's had with some of these injuries at wide receiver.
Pritchett stumbles at the 14 and can't get back to the 15. There is a flag down at the 16-yard line over on the Bucs side of the field, but it came out early. Rashad Wisdom making the special teams play on Pritchett for the Bucs. We're going to see what we have here. It's against the Bucs based on the signal. Yeah, the league trying in the preseason this.
Player of the kicking team went out of bounds. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay, 4th down.
Process of auditioning umpires and those that want to become referees. So John Hussey is here to assist Dwayne Hates. So there's
the player out of bounds was number 24.
Smith upset about the penalty. They're going to have to re-kick this now.
Oh, legal procedure. In case you didn't hear what he said,
it's against Garnes.
It's when Garnes, he's a gunner on the outside. He runs out of bounds. Is not immediately trying to get back in bounds. And that's probably a rule that he doesn't even, if you're a young guy, you're in college football, it's not a rule that applies there. So Danny Smith talked about, and Todd Bowles talked about no penalties in young guys and all the things that preseason evaluations are based on. And we've seen a couple of them go the wrong way already for these young Buccaneers.
That kick was 62 yards by Riley Dixon. Gets another crack at it.
That's a big penalty.
Yeah, because look at Jamal Pritchett cross midfield. And that was not the kind of kick that Dixon wanted after having such a good one previously. They drove it 60-plus yards for points the last time. Jets have the ball again with a 3-0 lead.
Whether it's DIY day,
huh? Yard day.
Game day.
Yeah, it's game day. Birthday.
Advent Health keeps you ready for every day and for everything that makes you feel home. Exclusive hospital of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Summer's here, and right now get 0% financing for 5 years on all 2026 Silverado 1500 models with no payments for 90 days.
That's the day Chevrolet. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Why should you hire America's largest injury law firm for your case? There's a lot of reasons. Today, our roads are littered with killing machines. I'm talking about semi-trucks. They can easily kill, even at low speeds. Overworked truck drivers are driving all day and all night. Injured in a trucking accident? We became the largest injury law firm in the world for a reason. There's only one Morgan & Morgan. For the people.com.
It's rare when something is so richly detailed. It reveals something new every time you're in it. Never cease to be amazed in the fully redesigned Lexus ES. Because a car that doesn't make you feel something stops short of amazing.
Okay, so we're officially back.
Summer's here, and right now get 0% financing for 5 years on all 2026 Silverado 1500 models with no payments for 90 days.
That's the day Chevrolet.
So that punt was 43 yards after the 62-yarder, and then a 17-yard return by Pritchett at the 48 now, Tampa Bay. Major penalty, shook things up for the Bucs defense on the spot now. Hey, explore the variety of ticket options for the 2026 season. Something for everybody on the crew, including season passes. There's group packages, half-season plans, single game tickets. Head to Buccaneers.com/tickets as soon as you can to see the Bucs in action. Braylon Allen.
Oh, we changed games. We changed games for Galaxies. Galaxies changed the games, my boy. We'll put player's choice is Galaxies, my boy. So if you want the Dolphins game, I can throw that shit up. Just throw Galaxy game. Got you. Appreciate you tapping in. Hope everybody having a blessed night tonight on this weekend.
So far, the rookie from Clemson who went to Westlake High School in Austin. That's where Drew Brees.
Remember, and we're doing giveaway, guys. And we're doing giveaways.
Baker Mayfield from Austin, Lake Travis High School. Klubnik has, some said they remind the way he plays. Not that he is Baker, but he's got some of Baker's.
I'm going to keep the Bucs as long as nobody gifts. Once somebody gives that Galaxy, I change it. But we are doing giveaways.
We came in this game talking about wanting to win the line of scrimmage, and it's definitely a losing battle right now for this Bucs up front. Just a little pull gap scheme here and just runs everybody out of the middle of the Bucs defense, and this ball gets all the way up to the safety before the running backs even hit, and Allen's even hit. And I'm telling you what, Allen's he's a big boy, man. Those type of tackles are the ones that you have to make, but the ones that you really do not like having to hit a big running back like that in the open field. Because if you miss, he's in the end zone.
In fairness, A'Shawn Robinson, no Vita Vea, no Cansey, no Nunez Roches, the guys we talked about up front on defense against the first unit Jets, and again another strong first down run getting inside the 30-yard line. It'll bring up second down at 6. Our down and distance is brought to you by Advent Health, the exclusive hospital of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So actually they spot that at the 31-yard line. In field goal range.
The one guy on the field right now, Chris, 22.
Yeah.
Rookie out of Miami, Keontae Scott. He was on a tackle a second ago. He's right now, I think, one of the few that could be a starter in this defense.
And Braylon Allen is in the end zone with a jet touchdown. Just like that.
Misdirection. Bucs don't maintain gap.
I'm sorry, guys. We're going only against the Bucs because I'm in Florida right now currently. So we're gonna root.
Offensive line of
I'm a New York Giants fan, not Jets, but I do not mind the Jets winning over
There's nobody there to make a tackle.
I'm just saying, Chad. I'm just saying.
It's a big preseason for Allen.
I got a lot of friends and they're gonna talk shit tonight, you know. They all gonna hit me up tonight, talking shit. So I got a bunch of Buck friends.
A 31-yard touchdown run, the extra point.
Always gotta go opposite from them.
Sanders, and he's got it. It's 10-0. Jets. Just over 2 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. Bucs already up against it. See how the offensive reserves respond.
Hope everybody having a blessed night tonight, man. Hope everybody having a blessed night.
Captain Fear
God bless
has,
everybody in your family, man.
a lot
Hope
of
everybody having
ideas.
a great weekend too. Hey, I appreciate the follow.
It's awesome. The spirit's definitely there.
We're gonna be live streaming preseason, so tap in with us.
We have no idea what the future will look like.
Preseason, every game.
Flying
If you want to
cars,
change the game,
self-driving shopping carts,
right down the gifted goals right here on the
meals
top
that cook themselves.
left, and on the top right.
But I'd wager one thing
But
stays
if you
the
want to
same.
change the game into
We'll
whatever
always
game
lend
you
you a
want,
hand when you
that's
need
on
one.
currently on the pregame
Because that's
season.
not a trend.
Throw a Galaxy.
It's a habit.
Let me know what team you're on.
One we
And
picked
I'll
up
change the channel.
95 years ago.
I really appreciate
and haven't put down since.
Okay, see you next week. All right. Good night. Good night. Whether it's DIY day,
Huh? Your day.
game day.
Yeah, it's game day. Birthday.
Advent Health keeps you ready for every day and for everything that makes you feel home. Exclusive hospital of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Chevy drivers across America will do a lot in the next 5 years. But one thing they won't do is pay interest on their new Chevy. Right now, get 0% financing for 5 years on all 2026 Silverado 1500 models. With no payments for 90 days. Because you've earned this summer. Now it's time to go get it.
That's the day Chevrolet.
Jets 2 possessions against the Bucs defense and producing points both times. They've run the ball rather well. It's good to see Buc fans here in New Jersey at MetLife. And for the best Bucs coverage all season long, stay with News Channel 8, your official Bucs station. Bazelak 2 of 5 so far in the game. Starting quarterback with Jalen Daniels, the rookie from Kansas, expected to take the field in the second half. And Garrett Green back to receive the kick. And Green up across the 30. So Kadarius Callaway with the 28-yard return, and then of course watch the kick where they were pinned, and obviously the Jets went down and scored. They quickly said, okay, and Todd Bowles said we're going to try different people in the return
different
game.
guys, right? This is that time of year, especially when you're not playing any of your
guys. Don't forget to tap that screen. Tap that screen while you're in here and hit that share button. Appreciate you guys. Hit that follow button.
Cameron Johnson.
Also, don't forget to hit that fan club as well. If you're not tapped in, guys,
Seems like he's missed a bunch of time in all of his preseasons here in Tampa, and he's always slated to be the primary returner. Ted Johnson not as well, so got to get a look at a bunch of different guys.
Bazelak completes, and up across the 36-yard line is Dennis Houston. Western Illinois. He was at the Cowboys camp last year.
Yeah, Dennis Houston's been a guy that's been around here for a while. He's been up and down off the practice squad a bunch, but he knows all the positions. You'll see a lot of him tonight.
So without a huddle, they get to the line. And dumps it off to Tucker, middle of the field. Sean Tucker will fight and should have enough for the first down at the 44-yard line.
Well, it's interesting that Zach Robinson goes hurry up, and he'll do this a lot. He did it some in Atlanta in the past. It's the illusion of going fast, not necessarily trying to go hurry up, but just trusting your quarterback to get to the line of scrimmage, putting some stress, some mental stress on the defense, and then just go out and execute a play. And Connor Bazelak does a great job getting the sticks moving.
And Zach, a former quarterback at Oklahoma State, former Falcon offensive coordinator last couple of years, dumping it off to Tucker again. And Sean Tucker will get to the 47-yard line.
And this is the type of game, maybe next week we'll see a little bit more of the identity, but this first preseason game, we're not going to see much of what this Bucs offense is supposed to look like, which I think, and I think everybody will agree, Zach Robinson is going to bring that his version of Sean McVay's West Coast offense to Tampa. He's got a lot of assistants on this team that came with him from Atlanta. He's really sharp coach. But what this looks like, we still going to be determined, and they're still going up the learning curve, to be honest with you, even in practice yet. So a lot to still be shown from this offense.
First quarter winding down. Sean Tucker fake. Bazelak keeps it, gets the first down. That'll bring it into the opening quarter. And he said, as you said, maybe 10% of the offensive game plan is put in with the reserves, and not even his backup quarterback, really his third-string quarterback at the moment. Rough start so far, but the Bucs are on the move after one quarter. Jets are up 10-0.
Whether it's DIY day,
Your day.
game day.
Yeah, it's game day. Birthday.
Advent Health keeps you ready for every day.
Galaxies to switch the game. Because there's a lot of Buck fans here. So I put on whatever comes on first is what I keep on. If you want me to change it, it would have to be a Galaxy, and I'll change it to your liking, my boy. Hope you're having a blessed night. Appreciate you tapping in, brother.
$50 a month. In Austin, this gym saves big with award-winning service. And at this STEM class in Rochester, this deal fuels big ideas with internet that inspires. And in Milwaukee, our invincible Wi-Fi saves game night, even when the power goes out. Get business internet for $50 a month when you sign up online. Learn more at spectrum.com/50. Spectrum Business.
When you're injured on the job, you need more than just a workers' comp lawyer. Many times, your injury was because of a defective product, and our team of product lawyers will bring a claim against the manufacturer. Other times, you need to file for Social Security. Finally, your employer could try to retaliate if you bring a claim, and our employment law team is ready to slap them back hard. You can count on us. There's only one Morgan & Morgan for the people.
Progress is always the goal. Game recognizes game. The summer of Audi is here. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer during the Summer of Audi sales event.
Just across New York City here in New Jersey at MetLife Stadium. Start of the second quarter, and look at the first quarter stats brought to you by Tampa General, Florida's premier academic health system. And just the dominance from the Jets playing again much of their offensive starters.
Well, not much to write home about Bucks on offense yet. We got 2 first downs on this drive, the 3 that we have in the game. And I think we were talking briefly about what Zach Robinson's offense is going to look like. And the one thing you're definitely going to notice is way more movement from the quarterback. And that last play, that little keeper from Bazelak is a good example of what he's going to try to get accomplished. Baker Mayfield does it well. He can move on both left and right and throw the football. We all know he's not scared to run and hit people.
even when he's hurt, and especially in the red zone. And remember that signature moment against the Vikings for Baker when his Buccaneer career started. And these two do have a history going back. You heard Jeff Dubroff at the beginning going back that brief time with the Rams. Another quick throw right at the 41. We'll check the spot of the Jets. Hauled in by Patterson.
And you intrepid Zach Robinson followers, I know there's a whole bunch of you out there. He talks a lot about the pistol. Well, that last snap was the Bucks lined up in the pistol, which is quarterback and shotgun, running back behind the quarterback. It's a unique offensive scheme, and they were really good at it in Atlanta. Yet to be determined, right, Chris, if that's going to be something that they major here in Tampa, but it just shows a little bit of the innovation of this coordinator.
Picked up 4. That's a handoff to Houston from the receiver spot. Jets close on it at the 40, and it'll bring up third down. Want to congratulate Zach Robinson, his wife, Mia. They just had their 3rd baby last Friday. Emma was born, joining Maddie and Cooper. So their 3rd child. He said down the hall was Kenneth, or you can call me Kenny Gainwell. Him and his wife had a baby as well. So the Buck family is growing as we speak.
As Chris Myers always says, football is family.
Football. And America runs on football, especially up here. Let's see. And in the South, of course. All right, let's see if the Bucks can pull off a 3rd down conversion. If they get close, would they go on 4th? Don't have to worry about that. What a throw. Inside the 30 is Ted Hurst, showing those good hands you just talked about.
Well, that's the one thing that you will notice. Big receiver. Yes, is he replacing Mike Evans? No. Is he big and can fill that role? Absolutely. These are the type of plays that we're going to see a lot of him from. He's got that big body. He's a true X-receiver in Zach Robinson's mind. And the slant, very hard to defend when you got a 6'4", 220-pound receiver that, oh, by the way, also runs 4.4 in the 40.
Yes, a speed guy. In fact, Zach Robinson mentioned him up there with, Tez Johnson as the fastest, and McMillan said he's, Hurst is right there with him.
There you go. Look at all this movement. You see all this offensive adjustment moving back and forth. Like, if you're not paying attention, you might think that they got it lined up wrong, but
And they had you to use a timeout.
They use the timeout.
Maybe somebody...
Well, no. I mean, when you're running this type of offense, you're going to see a lot of adjustments and shifts and whatnot, and they got that one wrong. It took a little too much time.
Yeah, but take the timeout until you get it right.
Once again, Tampa General was named one of the nation's top hospitals by U.S. News and World Report and nationally recognized in 9 specialties. TGH was also named the #1 hospital in Tampa Bay, #1 rehab hospital, and #1 for heart and vascular care. That's the academic difference at Florida's premier academic health system, Tampa General. Other hospitals practice medicine. We define it.
An invitation to the feeling of moving through the world with unmistakable presence. The invitation to Lexus Summer Sales Event.
Get special offers on select Lexus models.
Bucks fans, hit hard. Call 877-THE-FIRM after an accident and hit them where it hurts. We will tackle your case and run it up to get you the most money possible. If you don't get paid, you don't pay us. Call Malky Law at 877-THE-FIRM. That's 877-THE-FIRM.
They call us Smithfield Meal Ready Cuts because we're pre-cut, pre-marinated, and ready for anything. Dinner stir fries, lunch tacos, that amazing thing you whipped up at 2 a.m. If only you remembered how you made it. Smithfield.
I've been governor of Florida. 70% of the people approved of the work we did. But being mayor of my hometown, now that'd be the honor of a lifetime. St. Pete is where my dad healed the sick, where I played quarterback, where I've lived since I was 3. I'm not running to go anywhere next. This is home. St. Pete's been on a pause. Let's start her back up together. It's just Charlie, and I'm ready to show up.
Election Day is Tuesday, August 18.
Welcome back to MetLife Stadium. Jeff Dubroff with you here as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are trailing the New York Jets 10-0 here in the second quarter of preseason game number 1, but they are driving on the Jets' 28-yard line. And this past week, we got to tell you something that we love talking about in the Tampa Bay community. The Glazer family announced 52 businesses to receive grants from the Glazer Family Small Business Fund, established to support our local small business community. Since the fund was established, the family has now supported 350 local businesses, gathering $1.6 million. If you'd like to apply, you can go to Buccaneers.com/Glazer Small Business Fund. Rondé, you know better than anyone what this community has from the Buccaneers. And by the way, when we get back to Tampa, I'll take you to Mike Guy. We'll get you fitted for one of these jackets. How's that sound?
Sean Tucker, you'd wear that well. Tucker carries, the Glazer, Joel, Brian, Ed, Darcy, the Glazer family. They do so much in and around the community. It was nice to get that out, to tell people about it, for people to contribute to help when they can.
Absolutely. It was so important that in the wake of Helene and Milton in 2024, these type of funds. And yes, they do a lot with the Children's Museum and, obviously the impact that this team, this franchise just has in the community just because they've owned it for so long. But going above and beyond, the $1 million investments into some critical resources, those type of things speak volumes about this team.
Bazelak and incomplete. This time Hurst could not hang on. While we're talking about the Bucs and those that you don't see out on the field playing in the game, Brian Ford, Chief Operating Officer, who's this is his 20th year with the Bucs, a native of Florida, and his 37-year anniversary every August with White Judy. Congratulations to them. It was great seeing him earlier, excited about the season and fans.
He pays us well to say that every year. So Brian Ford, thank you for everything. Everything we do.
We do it for
us.
His wife and family as well.
His son is actually up here in New York City.
So, and you had a good time up here hanging with family, seeing Brother Tiki. Bazelak, 3rd and 8. And open down to the 6-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for the Buccaneers. Dennis Houston hauls that in.
Great job by Bazelak here. And these are the things that impressed me about him last season as well. Just understanding where this ball needs to go and the urgency to get this out. This is a free runner coming right down his face right here. He's about to get hit, and yes, it's a defensive back, and he pulls up on him, but the decisiveness to put that ball out in front of his receiver and get that first down inside the red zone. Great throw by Bazelak.
Yeah, Bazelak, 3 years at Missouri, but 6 seasons of college football. And second year after practice squad last year, Sean Tucker gets straight ahead into a crowd to around the 5-yard line. It's been all Sean Tucker available in the run game other than handing off to a receiver, and Zach Robinson working without those that would be the first, the starters that you'll see a lot. He said you'll see Bucky Irving and Kenny Gainwell quite a bit in the game together, both capable of receiving, doing some of the things you talked about with this offense called the offensive line. When the main unit is out there, the starters is one of the more versatile in the league. Bazelak throws the catch, but a good tackle to keep Patterson from getting close to the goal line. Jordan Clark.
One of those throws that Bazelak has right here that, like, he could have taken the tougher throw. Yes, you want to get that out of your hands because you feel like that he's open at this point, but if he just holds on 1 second right there, he has to know that that completion is not going to get him to the end zone. He had a receiver actually sit in the back corner. If he'd have just taken a second, processed it a little bit more, slowed it down in his head, it could have been a touchdown. But nonetheless, we're sitting here with a 3rd and 5 on the 5-yard line. See if we can convert here for our first score of the game.
Yeah, best scoring chance for the Bucks, trailing 10-0. And Bazelak fires for the end zone. Pulled out of the hands of Hurst. It looked like he had a touchdown catch. But Maury Bamba, the rookie from BYU, yanked it away.
Yeah, this looked like a sure touchdown. And yes, this ball is just a little bit behind Ted Hurst, so it gives the defender a chance to come back in there. He's lucky it's not an interception. That was really well played by Bamba in the secondary.
Chase McLaughlin to try a 23-yard field goal. The kick is good. Well, he's money, reliable. And the Bucks are on the board. Under 10 minutes to go before halftime.
Game recognizes game. The summer of Audi is here. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer during the Summer of Audi sales event.
There are trucks, and then there's the 2026 GMC Sierra, with the capability to handle what life throws your way. That's the GMC Sierra, leading where it matters most. GMC Sierra, it's the truck. Right now, get 2.9% APR for 72 months, plus $1,500 purchase cash on 2026 Sierra 1500 models. We are professional grade.
Bucks fans, hit hard. Call 877-THE-FIRM after an accident and hit them where it hurts. We will tackle your case and run it up to get you the most money possible. If you don't get paid, you don't pay us. Call Malky Law at 877-THE-FIRM. That's 877-THE-FIRM.
Hurry in during the Jeep Make This the Summer event for a great American deal. Now get 0% APR financing or $4,500 bonus cash on Jeep Grand Cherokee. Or get 4.9% APR financing for 72 months on Grand Wagoneer. Hurry in now for the best selection of 2026 models from America's most patriotic brand during the Jeep Make This the Summer event.
Or during the Jeep Make This the Summer event, get $4,500 total bonus cash allowance on all 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee models. See your local Jeep brand dealer.
This season, the best tailgate isn't in the parking lot. It's at the beach. Tradewinds Resort, official partner of your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Book your staycation now at justletgo.com.
Game recognizes game. The summer of Audi is here. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer during the Summer of Audi sales event.
Bucks settle for 3. Connor Bazelak 9 of 14 so far in the game, and they cut into the Jets' lead. Hey, wake up to Tampa Bay's best news, weather, and traffic team. Watch News Channel 8 today, weekday mornings, starting at 4:30 in the morning on News Channel 8. Some room for some Buck fans. Getting ready to kick off is McLaughlin, who made that field goal a moment ago of 23 yards. It was a 14-play, 63-yard drive. Took up 7 minutes and had a chance there. Down to the 5 on 3rd and goal before settling for the field goal. It'll be Pritchett who's been busy, and he's going to down it as the Buccaneer defense will take on continued offensive attack by Kane Klubnik, the rookie from Clemson. Speaking of rookies, the draft picks heavy on defense. And tonight we have seen, haven't called a lot of their names, Keontae Scott, and also Trotter's been out there as well.
Right. 4 of the top 5 draft picks are on defense. Billy Schrauth, Notre Dame offensive guard. We're looking forward to seeing him. He's actually not playing today. Bauer Sharp we haven't mentioned yet, but just look at those first 3 picks. Ruben Bain Jr., Josiah Trotter, Ted Hirsch, all will play key roles in the Bucs this season. Keontae Scott, I was starting to mention him before that last touchdown. The number 22 DB from Miami was Agent Zero at Miami, right? We're number 0 on that on that national championship playing team. They lost, but good player. Maybe looking to be the starting nickelback this year in this Bucs defense.
Bailey Zappi, former Patriot, has come into the game. Completes to Jelani Woods. A second-year player from Western Kentucky. He's a Hilltopper like our director. I did want to mention, by the way,
and the last, real quick, there was another guy on that list. If you guys are looking at it, of the rookies, and we had David Walker down here at the bottom, right here, and
not really a rookie,
but he did miss all of his rookie season last year with the knee injury. And Jason Light, general manager of the Bucs, has commented many times it feels like we got a free draft pick with him. And he was out on the field earlier. I was going to showcase him. He's not playing in the game right now. His time is done. But if you just watched camp this year, all you know, actually I'm lying, he is on the field, he's right there.
Good.
If you watch camp, he has been the by far breakaway star of the Bucs preseason camp so far. Now it needs to translate in the games. The guy was 2-time defensive player of the year in his conference. So productive in college. Yes, it was a small school, but it seems to be translating to the Bucs in the preseason so far. I'm really looking forward to see his development here over the next couple of games.
Pass by Zappi is intercepted. It's taken away by Tampa Bay, and Aiden Garnes, speaking of rookies, is going to take it all the way to the house for a Buccaneer touchdown.
Oh, so many good things to show you on this defensive touchdown by the Buccaneers. It starts up front, though. Zappi has to force this ball quickly because of the aforementioned David Walker. Look at his pressure right off the edge, and he has to put this ball out a little early. Garnes has been showcasing this ability all preseason in practice, and it's nice to see that it paid off in a game here. Bucs coaches and scouts have been raving about number 24. It kept telling me yesterday when I was out with these guys, watch 24 in this game, and he comes out and produces a huge play for this Bucs defense.
And he wasn't on the list because he wasn't drafted. He was a free agent signing. The rookie from Arizona, a pick 6, 40-plus yards, make it 47 yards, and all of a sudden, it's a tie game. Bucs and Jets.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Off they go, spreading capability across America.
J.D. Power says Ford is now #1 in new vehicle quality.
But the deal's end soon. Better hurry.
Get 0% financing, $1,000 towards down payment, and $500 final days bonus cash, plus 2 years complimentary mobile service on select Ford vehicles.
Mark with a K loves mayonnaise. Mark with a C can't stand it. That's the job. Remember the small things. Because that's how you make a great sub. You make it for someone, not just anyone.
Mark Italian, extra mayo. Mark Italian, no mayo.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Some trips are felt beyond words.
By land, by air, by sea. No one connects you to Alaska like Princess. Princess Cruises. Book now.
Off they go, spreading capability across America.
And J.D. Power says Ford is now #1 in new vehicle quality.
But the deals end soon. Better hurry.
Don't miss Bronco for $499 or Explorer for $459. Both with zero do-it signing and complimentary mobile service maintenance for 2 years.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Rookie free agent with a pick 6, making it a 10-10 game. Just over 8.5 before the break.
Well, I know one thing that makes great defenses, and that's when rushing and covering come together. It's what made our defenses great in the late 90s, early 2000s, and that was a perfect example of both of them right there on one play. This kid, I'm telling you, he's exciting. He looks the part. Like, he's got that build that like modern cornerbacks have. He's faster than his I think his combine time would tell you. But he's taking advantage of his opportunity. That's basically all the preseason is, right? You're on an audition for a spot on a roster, and he's done a lot to help his cause here tonight.
And as you said, they're going to need him, given some of the injuries and some doubts just in reshaping the secondary, moving on for veteran Jamal Dean and the injury to Benjamin Morrison.
Well, let's talk about that, the injury concerns on defense. Zion McCollum and Jacob Parrish are your presumptive starters, with Benjamin Morrison having been hurt for most of the camp. You look at the depth, you don't have really much of anything. Demarion Williams, Roman Pardee, who just came back this week. Xavier Williams is a rookie. There's not a lot of players on this roster that can fill roles, but that's what this preseason's for. And good job for Garnes taking advantage of his op.
Good job for the Bucs bringing him in. He led Arizona Wildcats. He led college football in passing defensive efficiency last year. A transfer from West Virginia. And showing some of those skills there, and then returning as Zappi returns to throw. He's sacked back at the 25-yard line. Hesitated for a moment, and the pocket crumbled as Elijah Roberts got to him.
Elijah Roberts been here a little bit, right over the left guard there. Great rush moves. Right, you talk about winning with speed and power. He used both right there. Pushed the offensive guard back, then used his hands to win in space, and gets his first sack of this preseason. Now, he played some meaningful snaps last year on defense. It's not like he's new to this, to his expectations here. I actually want to watch this guy develop over the course of his second year.
Had a couple of sacks. Zappi is on the move again. A high throw, and another interception off the deflection. The Bucs, Rashad Wisdom. Klubnik, the rookie from Clemson, went 5 out of 7, had a 10-0 lead for the Jets. Zappi has come in, and the Bucs have 2 takeaways here in the second quarter.
Back-to-back takeaways. These are the ones that you love. The tips, overthrows, whatever it takes. I had 10 interceptions one year, Chris. You know how many of them were tips? Like 5 of them. It just doesn't matter. Take the ball away. That's what your goal should be as a defense. And I know I've been talking to some of these young defensive backs, and I say your goal is to take the ball away, but score, take the ball away mentality is the reason how you win football games in the NFL.
Arian Smith, it went off his hands, but you still got to make the catch, right? Deflection or not, it's at the 30. Josh Williams has entered, and Josh Williams picks up 9. And there's a flag back at the 39.
Holding, offense, number 72. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Luke Haggard looks like he was the one who was called for the penalty to hold. So it'll wipe out a big gain. It's 1st and 20. Sets up Dean Patterson, who got down to the 40, down in distance. Brought to you by Advent Health, the exclusive hospital at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I love that play call on first and long. You get 20 yards to gain. Your defense inherently takes their foot off the gas a little bit, thinking that the offense is going to go and try to get some of that. Just pick up and throw a screen. Let the wide receiver find his little shoot. The defense is clearly playing some zone coverage. You get 8 yards of it back. And this feels like a much more manageable second and 13 now.
Got 3 receivers towards the top of the screen. Second down 13. They'll dump it off to Josh Williams. And out of bounds, but that's okay. Lost the football out of bounds. Sean Tucker carried the load through the opening quarter and into the second quarter. Now Josh Williams, second-year player, another one of those free agent signees that Tampa likes from LSU. Played 3 games as a rookie. Only had 4 carries midseason when Bucky Irving was out.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I was down on the field with James Petrocco sitting next to you, and we were looking at the Bucs running back. They all look the same. They're all about 5'9" to 5'10 and a half. The big, wide lower bodies, explosive power with all of them. Bucky, Gainwell, Sean Tucker, Josh Williams, they all have the same kind of characteristics. It's pretty interesting to see a running back room all built of the same type of players.
In traffic and incomplete. It'll be 4th down. Garrett Green, the target. A missed opportunity there. The punting unit comes out. Yeah, Josh Williams, I saw him in the lobby of the hotel, said hi. His dad, Jermaine Williams, former NFL running back who had signed with the Bucs initially, but later went on to play with the Raiders, among other teams, was there, very proud, talking about opportunities he'd have in this game. We'll see a lot of him in the second half. And as you say, like the other backs, can catch and run. He just needs an opportunity, more playing time. There's a walk-on at LSU. Riley Dixon standing at the 49 at midfield, kicking it. See if the special teams can pin the Jets, and almost. Well, they had the position there, but he couldn't quite bring it down. The kick was right on there as Marion Williams couldn't down it.
Whether it's DIY day,
Your day.
Game day.
Yeah, it's game day. Birthday.
Advent Health keeps you ready for every day and for everything that makes you feel home. Exclusive hospital of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
It goes a 39-yard punt. 5:44 before halftime. You know, Roddy, we're talking about some of the draft picks before Aiden Garnes ran back the interception for the touchdown. I asked Todd Bowles, I realize it's the first preseason game. We have quite a ways to go, but I said it wouldn't be surprising, right, if 3 rookies, maybe even 4, were starters when the regular season opens. As Wangu carries for the Jets and goes out of bounds. And I mean, he wouldn't commit to it, but he also said he wouldn't be surprised. I mean, you probably have at least 2 on defense, maybe 3 there.
Todd might be playing coy with us, but let's be honest.
Okay, that's why I have you here.
Number 3 is playing and starting.
Okay,
outside linebacker.
You talking about Ruben Bain Jr., your top pick?
I believe Josiah Trotter is was always brought in here to take over the inside linebacking spot. He's a different type of player than we've had at inside linebacker for a lot of years. And the other one's going to be Keontae Scott, who I just keep mentioning, maybe as the nickelback. So those are 3 right there.
And it looked like Wangu had some trouble there.
Yeah, that operation was not going well. Again, it was Elijah Roberts who comes in and makes a great play right over the center, unblocked and easy to make that type of play. Again, I'm going to go back to what I was saying about Elijah Roberts. I'm very interested in this player. Second year, got a lot of snaps last year when Kalijah Kancey was injured early in the year, and he was, well, not statistically hugely productive. He did some really good things, and he's starting off his preseason 2026 in very similar fashion.
Yeah, a loss of 4, now 3rd down and 9. Zappe is going deep and overthrows everybody by 5 or 6 yards. Pass intended for Malik McClain. Coverage was good. Pressure was good. I guess Marion Williams was the one back there. I did want to mention, you were talking about David Walker before in and how good he's been early. I mean, I know it was just practice, but the first 4 practices, he had 4 sacks already.
I think it was like 8 of 8.
And and at Central Arkansas, where he went to college, he had 31 career sacks. So good point that he's healthy and had a chance to observe. It's a rookie, but he's got some experience, at least in observing, as Garrett Green will field this punt right at the 31-yard line. I want to thank all the Buck fans and those NFL fans joining us on News Channel 8 coverage of the Bucks, our live broadcast. Ronnie Barber, Chris Mars, our entire crew from Tampa, Orlando. We got West Palm, Fort Myers, Gainesville, Panama City, Pensacola, Mobile, wherever you're watching. Appreciate you tuning in for Buccaneer football, a home game against the Chiefs next Saturday night, and then on the road the following Friday night against Jacksonville in the Sunshine State to wrap up the preseason before opening the regular season on the road at Cincinnati. Bazelak has gone the entire way and picked it up lately. Josh Williams has taken over at running back after Sean Tucker, who jumped in the last series and carried the ball in the first portion of the game. Bazelak pressure avoids it and could not dump that off to Josh Williams.
More interesting conversations we're going to have.
Score was 10-10. 10-10. It's tied.
Justin School back this offseason, and Ben Chukwuma, who's playing right offensive tackle right now. You go into a season, obviously we think the Bucks have a really good starting offensive line, but it's important to have a really good swing tackle, and one of these 2 guys, number 70 or number 77, both in the game right now, are going to be one of that guy. So keep an eye on those 2 for the rest of this game.
A second look at a high throw. Coverage was pretty good on Garrett Green. They're working the ball to him, but hasn't been the connection. Now 3rd down and 10.
Well, here's the issue with the Bucks at receiver. I mean, we mentioned this earlier. No Jalen McMillan, obviously Chris Godwin and Emeka Egbuka are out. Tez Johnson also out. Cameron Johnson out. All right, you've got 4 healthy receivers. Ted Hurst the 3rd, Garrett Green, Dennis Houston, and Eric Rivers, who we haven't seen yet. Those are the only receivers out here. And so they're playing special teams, trying to make an impression with Danny Smith, also trying to get some work on offense. And we're going to see how good they can manage their time here.
Speaking of deflections, an attempt that was caught by Bauer Sharp, the rookie tight end from LSU, after Green couldn't hold on. It was probably a throw that shouldn't have even been made under the circumstances.
Well, good play by that defensive back, 33 there. Now, I don't know that that's how Bauer Sharp was thinking his first NFL reception was going to be, but nonetheless, he has one for whatever that was, negative yardage. But we'll talk a lot about him as this game goes on, because I know they're very interested in the tight end room. Cade Otton is what he is, and we all know that Payne Durham also very good blocking, but they're looking for some depth pieces there and some production in this game will definitely help his cause.
Pritchett knocked out at the 25-yard line. Yeah, they have 6 tight ends. Cade Otton, Ko Keith, your guys, and then what happens after that? Bauer Sharp, rookie from LSU, could be the 3rd guy. Payne Durham, you talked about him being the blocker, and Culp, the downfield speed guy, but they'll have to sort that out. Jets deferred, so the Bucks had the ball to start the game. Jets will get it to start the second half. And again, Geno Smith is hoping to play. A little bit of an ankle, not serious, so we're told. So he has not played in this game. It was Breece Hall early, Braylon Allen. We've seen Kene Wangu, and that pass is good enough for a first down to Pritchett, who's been a punt returner much of this game. And that'll move the chains. Bucks did lose a timeout when they lost an early challenge. Yeah, with Alex Anzalone, he's probably your green dot guy. Maybe
I would think so.
Stepping in right with Levante Gone, and then maybe Trotter takes that over at some
if we
point.
can return to that conversation. Yes, we still have Savassier Dennis on the roster as well, who started alongside Levante David last year, but I do believe that position is going to go to Josiah Trotter. He's a hammer looking for a nail, man. He is a different type of player at the position than we've had here in Tampa. And Todd even commented that he's got potential to be like one of the better players on defense even in his rookie season.
Yeah,
so I look forward to seeing him in the rest of the preseason.
We're going to interview him, or at least talk to him in the second half of the game from down on the field. Yeah, Todd Bowles said he's been the best football player in camp, referring to Josiah Trotter. We're also, Ronnie and I, at our headset interview, we'll be talking to Chris Godwin, the healthy veteran receiver who's catching a break, and talk about that position. Although right now, a lot of the injuries, as Ronnie just went through, but feel very comfortable in terms of the depth when everybody is healthy. We've hit the 2-minute warning. It was 10-0. Now it's 10-10.
This is the 2-minute warning.
Jets have the football here in New Jersey. You're watching the Buccaneers preseason.
Here's the kickoff, and it goes to Robinson, who takes it from the scrimmage.
Dude, this is a big game. Yeah. Okay, fine.
Whoa, you got the game?
Yeah. Go.
Yes. Are you guys watching the game?
Yes, with NFL Plus.
It's 4th and goal, and the clock continues to tick.
Oh, no.
What will they do?
Get live, local, and primetime games on mobile with NFL Plus, and keep the NFL in reach.
Summer's here, and right now get 0% financing for 5 years on all 2026 Silverado 1500 models with no payments for 90 days.
I was driving, and that's when I was hit my hands. That's where I was feeling the most pain. My hands are my voice. Once Morgan got involved, it was great. I thought it was going to be so hard, but they took care of everything like 100%. I really appreciated that.
Lease the new 2026 Sportage Hybrid LX front-wheel drive for $249 a month.
Bucs fans, hit hard. Call 877-AFFIRM after an accident and hit them where it hurts. We will tackle your case and run it up to get you the most money possible. If you don't get paid, you don't pay us. Call Malky Law at 877-AFFIRM. That's 877-AFFIRM.
Whether it's DIY day.
Huh? Your day.
Game day.
Yeah, it's game day. Birthday.
Advent Health keeps you ready for every day and for everything that makes you feel whole. Exclusive hospital of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Summer's here, and right now get 0% financing for 5 years on all 2026 Silverado 1500 models with no payments for 90 days.
That's the day Chevrolet.
Aiden Garn, interception return for a touchdown has brought the Bucs into a tie with the Jets. Jets with the football, and limited half-season plans have been released for you for the 2026 season. Save on single game prices through the Red or Pewter 5 game plans. Head to Buccaneers.com/tickets today. Yeah, the Red, look at the Packers, Rams get some good opponents, and the Jets from their own 41-yard line. Facing down, second down 6. Let's see, they have all 3 of their timeouts. Bucs have just 1 remaining. It's Kene Wangu, 6-year veteran who has spelled after Breece Hall got much of the early action. He's just short here, and it's going to be 3rd down. See how they want to play this as Aaron Glenn.
Well, Aaron Glenn got himself 2 new coordinators, one of them being himself as the defensive coordinator. The other one is Frank Reich as the offensive coordinator. So.
Yeah, they were once teammates way back in the day, like the old Jets reunited. I like it when a guy like Todd Bowles, those are the guys they should call the defense. Well, that's their specialty, even if they're a head coach. Straight ahead 1st down, and the Jets will keep the clock running if they want, since they can control this thing.
No, they're not in too much of a hurry. I mean, they might be setting themselves up to try to take a long field goal and there's time left on the clock type of thing. You said there's a kicking competition. You know, maybe they want to get a look at that, but they still need to get some yardage here. 55 seconds left on the clock. 3 timeouts, though, remaining.
Zappi dumps it off to Wangu, who stays in bounds. Looked like he was trying to get out of bounds, but that's all right. They've got timeouts if they want to use them, but it's going to be a second down. They're right now at the 46 of the Bucks. Second down, they need about 6. Zappi with time and open inside the 30. In field goal range, Amar Cooper Jr. And now he's inside the 20, and the Jets will use a timeout. They might be thinking more than just 3 at this point.
Timeout. New York.
National championship receiver right there, Cooper Jr.
30 seconds.
One of the 3 first-round draft picks of the Jets, wide open over in that little dig route over the top of the defense, and you can clearly see some miscommunication in the Bucs in the secondary, playing 2 high safeties and nobody falling deep underneath that hook route. Big play for this Jets offense to get them down inside the 20.
Yeah, Cooper picked up 26 yards from Indiana. You mentioned, you know, you remember the toe tap touchdown against Penn State that kept that undefeated season. And at Penn State, the new head coach, Matt Campbell, taking over there. Great expectations there, but what a star moment for him and that program. And hopes to star for the Jets. To the 20-yard line. That's where they spot it. Zappi, plenty of time. Deep, coming back for the ball, and here comes a flag. It hung in the air. And Cooper looked like the ball might have been touched, deflected maybe. We'll see. But Cooper was the target. That's what Todd Bowles is saying. We got our hands on that.
There is no foul on the play for defensive pass interference. The ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage. Second down.
You mentioned James Petralka, who's our spotter. He spotted it before the officials did.
Yeah,
right there.
Yeah,
yes. I didn't see it. It was Jason Jones.
Yeah, Jason Jones. Now, I don't know that Demarion Williams knew that ball was tipped.
No,
because if that wasn't tipped, that was pass interference. Demarion Williams having struggle a little bit this afternoon. He's playing both outside and the nickel corner here. You see him right now in the slot, number 28 right there with Garnes on the outside at playing left corner.
Blitz is on. Zappi gets rid of it. Oh, but a big defensive play for the Bucs to shove them back as the clock runs. Muhammad Kamara came up with the sack. The Jets are going to use a timeout.
New York.
We're showing 9 seconds on the clock. We'll see how quickly. But now it's 3rd and 19. And the Jets want to make sure that they try to stay in field goal range at this point.
This is the Mountain West Defensive Player of the Year, by the way, Chris. I don't know if you know that, but great job reading out this little screen pass to the running back. And there's a lot of depth on the edge here. He's definitely providing one of them.
I want to correct, it's not a sack. It is a loss of 9,
yes,
but it was a completion, and then he brought him back, obviously behind the line of scrimmage. But it was we've seen some big defensive plays, obviously, to allow the Bucs to be in a tie, and they were hoping for a little more here. Timeout. Tampa Bay will use its last.
Tampa Bay. Their third
right
and
now
final
you're
of the
looking
half.
at about a 47-yard field goal in that range. 46. We'll see where the spot would be if the Jets get nothing. They still have a timeout. Can try to get a little closer, maybe throw. They want to try a Hail Mary, work on that. We'll see.
How about his team? He's definitely looking to do something that hasn't been done in Jets in a long time, and turned them into a winner. 3-4 last year. They dramatically reworked their roster. They go out and get Geno Smith, bring in Frank Reich, like we said.
Everything is on.
Picked up some really big free
everything
agents
is your boy
on defense.
Maui, my boy.
Micah Fitzpatrick,
Everything
Mario
is your boy
Davis
Maui
comes
on every
back,
platform.
and then those 3 draft picks
Twitter,
that we've talked about
YouTube,
so much.
Facebook,
so this is a team that's like trying
TikTok,
to win now.
Twitch,
This is not like a rebuild, even though it might feel like that for a lot of Jets fans.
All platforms.
Zappi on 3rd and 19 to get yardage and a quick play. Inside right at the 20, they're going to use that last time. Yeah, for the Jets, I know they cringe, but they've missed the playoffs the last 15 consecutive seasons. That's the longest streak in North American professional
Hey, yo, shout out
sports. He was
Anthony
the
for the follow.
Sabres.
Appreciate you, man. Hope
They were
everybody having a
tied,
blessed
but
night,
they made
having a blessed
the
Friday,
postseason,
and
so
hope
the
you guys
Jets
have a
have that
blessed
hanging over their head in his second year.
weekend, yo. Thank
Glenn
you guys
and this
for
new
tapping
group
in.
trying to
Don't
change
forget to hit
that.
tap that screen, hit that share button.
At the
Don't
break
forget
with
to tap in with that
York
fan
coming
club,
on
guys.
to try.
Appreciate you guys.
We've
Hope
seen
everybody
Jason
having a
Sanders
blessed
kick
night.
the extra point, the former Dolphin. And York was with the Browns, and this now with that catch. 37-yard field goal try. York made from 27 earlier in the game. And Jets get the ball to start the second half. The kick is up and sailing to the right. Good. Stayed within the uprights. Looked close, waiting for the official call, but it's good. And that's the difference. Jets lead by 3. Look at this, Rondé. Am I seeing things here?
It's good.
Okay.
But barely.
Ooh, if it's even over the top, if part of the ball is on the left side, then they're going to call it good. And that's the rule. That's the call. And that's the score. Bucks will be kicking off back on defense when we open up the third quarter. And in the second half, Rodney and I will be talking to Chris Godwin on the headset from down on the field. And let's head down to Jeff with head coach Todd Bowles.
Yeah, thank you very much, Chris. Coach Connor Bazelak got his offense going in the second half. What'd you like from that unit as they started picking up steam?
No, he didn't panic. He had showed some poise in the pocket. He made some good throws right there, and he was calm throughout. Like to have a few plays back, but for his first time out there, he did pretty good.
Aiden Garnes is a guy you've been talking about, excited to see for the last 2 weeks. Not a bad start. How impressive are you with his skills and intuition as a rookie?
He's got very good instincts and ball skills. He doesn't carry the next play with him, which was a big thing. He made an error early on in the game, didn't carry it with him, came back and made a big play for us.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Coach. Chris, we'll send it back to you.
All right, thank you, Jeff. And Coach Todd Bowles, the Bucks defense, the reserves, the backups started this game against the Jet starters and hung in there enough. And the defensive score had them in a tie until that field goal a moment ago, and they'll be counted on in the second half. Rondé Barber, Chris Myers, more with Jeff Dubroff coming up in the half. And news from your home office at News Channel 8. You're watching Buccaneer preseason football on News Channel 8.
Game recognizes game. The summer of Audi is here. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer during the Summer of Audi sales event.
An invitation to the feeling of moving through the world with unmistakable presence. The invitation to Lexus Summer Sales Event.
Get special offers on select Lexus models.
This community knows storms, and we know how to face them together. At Tampa Electric, we're preparing all year. Hardening transmission lines, trimming trees, undergrounding power lines, and planning for every scenario. And when a storm hits, we're working around the clock, supported by dedicated crews from near and far. And we don't stop until every light is back on. Together, we're stronger, and together, we can power through any storm. See how you can prepare at tampaelectric.com/storm center.
How radical is David Jolly on the trans agenda?
If a local community wants to paint a mural for the LGBTQ+ community, I'll buy you a can of paint.
Gender surgeries on kids.
We embraced it, the medical pathways, the gender-affirming care.
Boys and girls sports.
It can be supportive of them to allow them to play in youth sports.
David Jolly, radically liberal, radically wrong.
The only way you defeat crazy is you stand up to it.
Byron Donalds, Florida Kids First.
Game recognizes game. The summer of Audi is here. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer during the Summer of Audi sales event.
You know what, John? We have a lot in common. World champions, Ring of Honor members.
And now, we're going to be partners in the broadcast booth.
That's right. Join us when the Bucs battle the Chiefs and hear coaches brutally honest banter.
Two Buccaneer greats team up to call every play of the Chiefs game.
Watch Coach Gruden and Rondé Barber Saturday, August 22nd at 7:30 only on your official Bucs station, News Channel 8.
Man, this will be awesome.
I hope so.
Good evening, I'm Jennifer Lee. We'll get back to the game in just a moment, but first a quick look at today's top stories. The St. Pete Police Department says it is reviewing the new flock camera safeguards the company rolled out because of privacy concerns. The surveillance company announced it will reduce the time the devices store data from 1 month to 1 week. The company will also launch a new system that locks out users whose searches display abnormal activity. Hillsborough County's only juvenile detention center is closing. The state says the closure is part of a long-planned transition to a new juvenile detention center. Hillsborough County school officials and the state attorney's office tell us they only learned about the closure this week. Young people at the facility will be moved to other facilities in surrounding counties. The University of South Florida's College of Nursing cut the ribbon on a new 42,000 square foot facility that will hopefully help ease Florida's nursing shortage. The new building has laboratories, simulators, and clinical training spaces. With more space, the university expects to increase its nursing enrollment by 500 students by 2028. Now let's send it over to Max Defender 8 meteorologist Rebecca Berry for a check of your forecast. We made it to the weekend.
We did, and the storms have faded for the evening. That's cooled us down pretty nicely, but the heat is back big time this weekend. We're hitting 95 tomorrow, so it's steamy hot, feeling like well into the triple digits, but we will have a few showers. In fact, Saturday is the slightly wetter day of the weekend, and so we'll have to dodge a few showers. On Saturday, they kick off around 1 o'clock on both coastlines. Then they converge over the center of the state during the later afternoon and early evening hours before they start to fade. But Sunday's chances of rain are much lighter. We're only looking at an isolated shower or two. A stray shower during the afternoon is all you have to deal with on Sunday, but it's going to be hot on both days. You can see hot through the beginning of next week as well.
How did Fifth Third Bank get its name? Some say it started with a typo.
A bank you can count on to keep your money safe. Fifth Third Bank. Good cat.
While the events, people, and places in the story are fictional, Fifth Third's commitment to better banking is 100% real.
Hi. You okay?
Yeah, just changing up my look.
I see that.
I gotta lay low. See that brand new Hyundai Tucson? I only paid.
Huh. Well, you look stunning.
Enjoy your new car.
You too.
Feels so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now get a Tucson or Santa Fe with 0% APR, plus no payments for 90 days, or lease select trims for $199 a month. Hurry in.
I was hit by a careless driver and badly injured. I really didn't know what to do, so I decided to call attorney Dan Newland. Calling Dan was my best decision. His team treated me like family. And at the end of my case, Dan got me $4 million.
If you've been involved in a car accident, I'll fight hard to win big for you, too. Call me at 813-888-8000. That's 813-888-8000.
Thanks, Dan, for winning my case and giving me the chance to rebuild my life.
I'm Sheriff Chad Chronister. Just like the Bucs take the field ready to battle for every yard, Team HCSO hits the streets ready to protect and serve you. We've got your back.
Bucs fans, hit hard. Call 877-THE-FIRM after an accident and hit them where it hurts. We will tackle your case and run it up to get you the most money possible. If you don't get paid, you don't pay us. Call Malky Law at 877-THE-FIRM. That's 877-THE-FIRM.
Chevy drivers across America will do a lot in the next 5 years. But one thing they won't do is pay interest on their new Chevy. Right now, get 0% financing for 5 years on all 2026 Silverado 1500 models. With no payments for 90 days. Because you've earned this summer. Now it's time to go get it.
That's the day Chevrolet.
How did Fifth Third Bank get its name? Some say it started with a typo.
A bank you can count on to keep your money safe. Fifth Third Bank. Good cat.
While the events, people, and places in the story are fictional, Fifth Third's commitment to better banking is 100% real.
There is nothing quite like A beautiful summer night in the tri-state area. Jeff Dubroff with you as we continue your preseason game one of Tampa Bay Buccaneer football from MetLife Stadium. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers trailing 13-10 in this first game against the New York Jets. The first half had a little bit of everything. After a slow first quarter, the Bucs picked it up in the second. We're going to show you how we got to this 13-10 score.
First half highlights and stats brought to you by attorney Dan Newland.
Well, it was Connor Bazelak getting the start at quarterback. And in the second quarter, he found Ted Hurst over the middle on a quick slant. 2 catches, 19 yards for Hurst. And then Dennis Houston with a nice play to get them in field goal range. And Chase McLaughlin picking up where he left off from last year. A 23-yard field goal. But this is the play everybody is talking about with family in attendance. The Philadelphia native, they all drove down. Aiden Garnes, a 47-yard pick six to the house as the undrafted rookie from Arizona is making a case for why he should be on this final 53-man roster. Let's show you the stats from the first half. The Jets outgaining the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 162-85, but the score is close, 13-10. Connor Bazelak picked it up in the second quarter, 65 yards passing. No turnovers for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, something that I know Todd Bowles will really like. The Jets, though, 2 turnovers. Of course, Rashad Wisdom with a pick that set up another very good drive for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What do they have in store? We're expecting Jalen Daniels to make his NFL debut up in the second half. The electrifying rookie is looking to pick up where they left off in the city that never sleeps, New York. The sky shining bright with those buildings and the stars doing so here with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Chris and Rondé will have your second half action when we come back.
When your home runs smoothly, life feels easier. From cooling and plumbing to drains, Gulf Shore Cooling delivers total home solutions you can count on. Professional service, honest guidance, work done right the first time. Now proudly serving your community with the same commitment we've built over decades. Gulf Shore Cooling, building lifetime customers for over 25 years. Visit GulfShoreCooling.com.
Gulf Shore Cooling.
I was taking my Corvette in to have an oil change and felt a pretty good thug on the side of my car. Kind of banged my head around, a little bit of an immediate shock, but then got out of the car. It wasn't until later that I realized that I was pretty severely concussed. That's when I started thinking about retaining an attorney. When I saw a John Morgan commercial and the tagline for the people, this one just seemed very genuine to me, and that's how I thought, I'm going to give Morgan & Morgan a call. I really felt like I was going to get treated well, and I got treated extremely well. Morgan & Morgan is for the people.
What would I do if my credit union paid my rent for a year? Definitely getting a new ride. Become a Suncoast member today and you'll automatically be entered for a chance to win your car, rent, or mortgage payments covered for an entire year. Go online or visit any branch to get all the benefits of banking with Suncoast. From fee-free checking to low-interest loans, exclusive membership perks, and more. Win big and dream bigger with Suncoast's Year of No Payments giveaway and become a Suncoast member today.
Post mailman.
It's just great to have players playing in a game, right? Practices, scrimmages, and here we go, the start to the preseason. And I think what jumps out, Ronnie, about that first half is it was the Bucs reserves, and we mean defensive reserves, really the entire team, against most of the Jets starters on offense, and they hung in there, holding them to 13 points.
Well, the first couple of drives, I was a little worried, Chris. I didn't know what this preseason game was going to be like with all those starters out there and a bunch of young guys for this Bucs defense. But they showed up, and I think the great equalizer, it's not going to be the stats. Like, we look like we're getting beat pretty soundly by this New York Jets team. but turnovers make a difference. Pressure makes a difference. Some young guys have really stepped up. Aiden Garnes with the interception for a touchdown, and then Rashad Wisdom gets another one, puts us in pretty good opportunity, but we didn't score off that one either. So these are the type of games that you need as a young player. You need this stress and this adversity and kind of feel what it's like to play in the NFL. A lot of these guys are in their first bright light type of game here, and they got a chance to show out and prove that they're worthy of a spot on this roster.
Yeah, we're just off Broadway here in New Jersey at the Meadowlands at MetLife, but an opportunity. And when you think about really the third string quarterback has gone the whole way so far, Connor Bazelak on offense, and the defense with a couple of takeaways. So far so good, and special teams were a couple of miscues, and it looks like across the 30-yard line. No flag. You thought maybe you saw a hold, but thankfully no call there. And Bailey Zappi had come in after Cade Klubnik, the rookie from Clemson, built a 10-0 lead. Got no Geno Smith. He was really one of the few starters who didn't open this game for the Jets, but Garrett Wilson had a couple of big catches. Breece Hall had some big runs. And now it's reserve and reserve. Chip Trainum, the rookie from Toledo, gets the carry from Zappi. And we talked before about some of the Elijah Roberts having some big plays, just some of the guys that aren't getting an opportunity.
Yeah, and the one guy that I'm looking at right now on defense is number 43. He's been here for 3 years now. Chris Braswell. Got a lot of depth in that outside linebacker room. He's playing in the second half. If there's a battle at that position, it's going to be him for a roster spot. So keep an eye on him. He's definitely going to need to make some impact plays as deep as that room has gotten.
Train him to catch and run out of bounds, and that, it's important you bring that up because he was a second-round pick. There was a lot of expectation there, and you look even at the second-round pick, Benjamin Morrison, who's had an injury history, and he's still with the hamstring that's lingering. I mean, you expect that guy to be a starter. And those are tough decisions when you think, guys, hey, he's still worth the pick, even though we've seen this from him. And Braswell, hopefully he's learning, improving, and handling the competition well, because that is a stronger area than it's been, as Todd Bowles said, at linebacker. 3rd down 3. Zappi will be brought down at the 32-yard line, wrapped up. And an official sack for Jack Pyburn, the rookie college free agent from LSU.
You talk about,
and he's excited about it.
Here you go. This is the depth of the room. This is a great get off the line of scrimmage. You see him work his hands on that offensive tackle. So many times, undersized defensive ends. And we have a bunch of undersized edge players on this team. They have to be able to win with their hands. Great job by Jack Pyburn to get his first career sack there. Look at his size. I mean, 6'4", 258. I say that's undersized. That's actually really big, but 6'4", under 260 is small in NFL standards.
There's a good special teams tackle. Garrett Green brought down at the 30-yard line. Pyburn with the sack. That's the 3rd sack of the game for the Tampa defense.
Get more for summer with the Honda SUV during the Honda Summer Event. Lease a new Honda HR-V for just $259 a month plus tax. The spacious and rugged HR-V is in stock now for $259 a month plus tax. Search your local Honda dealer today.
The Bargain Center at Brandon Ford is Florida's source for quality pre-owned vehicles at ultra-affordable prices. Choose from the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles, and Brandon Ford has a massive amount of certified pre-owned vehicles in stock. Many qualify for extended warranties. If you're having trouble affording the price of a typical pre-owned vehicle, visit the Bargain Center at Brandon Ford. Quality pre-owned vehicles at ultra-affordable prices. Highway 60 and 301 in Tampa, and at BrandonFord.com. No bull, no surprises, real prices.
Once again, Tampa General was named one of the nation's top hospitals by U.S. News and World Report and nationally recognized in 9 specialties. TGH was also named the #1 hospital in Tampa Bay, #1 rehab hospital, and #1 for heart and vascular care. That's the academic difference at Florida's premier academic health system, Tampa General. Other hospitals practice medicine. We define it.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford Crew.
With a built Ford Tough truck, you instantly get more capable.
Especially with the quality of F-150 and Super Duty.
That's more J.D. Power Initial Quality Awards for trucks than any other brand.
2 years in a row.
And keep all that quality safe with the Ford Security Package. The quality of a Ford truck with a great deal.
It could be life-changing.
Get an F-150 with 0% APR and over $7,300 in total savings plus complimentary mobile service for 2 years.
Want all the benefits of a new Honda for a fraction of the price? Then you want a certified pre-owned Honda. Certified pre-owned Hondas are in stock with big savings. Backed by Honda's 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Search your local Honda dealer today.
This broadcast is copyrighted by NFL Productions for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the consent of NFL Productions is prohibited.
If you missed any part of tonight's game, you can see it on tomorrow. Watch Bucs replay Saturday, August 15th, 1 o'clock at our sister station, the CW, Tampa Bay. So it's good to see Bucs and their fans on the scene as Jalen Daniels gets his first NFL action. He's been running around a lot in camp. He'll take over at quarterback for Bazelak, who went 12 out of 20. Josh Williams carries.
Interesting conversation with Zach Robinson about Daniels, and he said he's not quite sure what we're going to get tonight. Yeah, he's got some growth to learn. He's a developmental guy. He brought him in late, but he's got a very live arm, and that's one thing that I'm looking forward to seeing. Also is the guy that we know can move around in the pocket and create some second reaction type of plays. So you're going to get to see some a unique guy playing the position here in Tampa.
Listed at 6 feet. Total 45 starts for the Jayhawks, starting all 12 games in 24 and 25. And there's that arm that Zach Robinson ball was lost out of bounds after the catch was made by Bauer Sharp. But Daniels, although undrafted, the Bucs used one of their 30 pre-draft visits to bring him to Tampa Bay.
Well, very similar to the running back room. All our quarterbacks look the same. They're the same height, about the same weight. They all have pretty powerful arms. I mean, I guess Jalen Daniels is a little bit more so than Browning, but very similar type of body builds, and I think specifically bought in just to run this offense similarly. All guys that can get on the move and play on the edges and do some things with their feet as well.
And here he goes, slipping for a first down. That's the kind of mobility. It looked like a Baker Mayfield play that, broke down a little bit or didn't find anything, but he had enough to get the first down, and they'll move the chains. Jeff?
Yeah, exactly, Chris. That's the type of play that Jalen Daniels was known for when he was at Kansas. An explosive player, really dynamic on his feet. We were talking to him the other day after a practice with the Jets, and he said excited for his NFL debut. Doesn't even describe it. He said this is a dream come true as he is living out the dream of playing NFL football. Chris.
Thank you. And he ran for more than 23 touchdowns in his college career. Fake to Williams. He's going to have to run again here to get away from the rush. Here comes a flag in the backfield. He'll wisely just take it out of bounds, but he shows you some of that raw speed.
Well, it's easy. It looks simple for him to escape pressure. I mean, yeah, there was a hold behind him, and he was able to run away from it. But it's clear to see the type of athlete that the athleticism that he's bringing to the position. Now, Zach Robinson's probably going to allow him to execute on that, to go out and be the type of quarterback that he is. He's not going to be a guy that drops back like Connor Bazelak did, go through his progressions, read. I imagine, especially early in his career here, he's going to be a guy that gets the ball, sees his one read, and then starts using his feet to go try to make some plays.
On second down 20, in the pocket, now out of the pocket. And on the run, out of bounds around the 25-yard line.
And that's a good example of it right there. He tried to go to the right, came back to the left, really didn't have anything that he saw, and just Use your athleticism, get out of the pocket, and break that containment. These are the type of quarterbacks that you almost hate playing against, Chris. Guys that look, you got rush lanes integrity there, good block on the edge by 76 for the Bucs right there, and it just gives your quarterback, this really athletic quarterback, a chance to go create something positive out of nothing.
Yeah, if you play him early, he might wear a defense out. Good look from Aaron Glenn. You have two head coaches who are defensive-minded in this game. Leaping for it, not enough to get to the 30-yard line was Garrett Green. And now it's going to be third down. Need to get all the way up to the 41-yard line to get a first down. See which of the receivers. You know, Ted Hurst had some opportunities, the rookie, in the first half. He made some catches, missed on a touchdown grab that was knocked away. We'll talk with Chris Godwin, the senior member of that receiving room now that Evans is gone. And this throw is right on target. Across midfield is Garrett Green. And down inside the 40-yard line of the Jets. That was a wicked throw from Daniels.
There you go. The explosive arm talent that we were talking about right there. That ball traveled 25 yards in the air, and you could tell just off the platform which he throws where his power comes from. See those hips fire and just the slingshot of his arm and the release. And then Garrett Green did this all last preseason. Just finds ways to get open. Great catcher of the football, and picks up a huge first down.
Officials timeout for a medical timeout.
Pickup of 35 yards. Looks like he wanted a timeout, our official. I'm not sure who they're assessing it to. The Jets?
One of the Jets guys.
Is it an injury
called
timeout?
down, yes.
Called. Okay. They saw something. We'll check on that. Make sure he's okay. It's like Jerry's.
Yeah, 38. That's Bamba, the corner.
Yeah, Maury Bamba. So he'll head to the sideline. Oh, we'll check on him, make sure he heads into the injury tent. On 1st and 10 Bucs. Eric Rivers in motion, 83. Josh Williams the carry. Yeah, it was a good-looking run to the 30-yard line.
Patience by Josh Williams, just picking and choosing and finding his way on this inside zone play. So you're going to come off to the right. You see the inside zone where offensive linemen all kind of moving together, and just running backs' job is to find a lane, whether it's front side or back side. And we're going to talk a lot about Zach Robinson's offense this year. You're going to talk about wide zone. It's all they talked about last year in Atlanta, as well as that pistol formation. But this is an offensive line, especially the starting group, that is very capable of executing those type of runs.
After he picked up 7, Williams will get close, but maybe a yard and a half short of a first down.
I thought it was interesting talking to Zach today about those wide zones, and he said you have to have great offensive tackles to run wide zones. Not something you usually hear or explain that way, but when you're looking at a Tristan Wirfs and a Luke Gedeke, guys that are really good in space and can move that lanes out wider and give more room for your running back to make those cutback type of runs, it was very, very interesting. I think that's what we can expect to see a lot of this year in Tampa.
3rd down of the yard. Jets threatening blitz. Here it comes. And Josh Williams gets through for the first down. The Bucs will keep it moving. Yeah, it was interesting, Zach, talking about the center, Graham Barton, and how last year the Bucs never had where all 5 of their starting offensive linemen were entered together. And here the reserves helped Josh Williams get the first down. Fresh set of downs at 6.5 in the 3rd quarter. From the 25, down a distance, brought to you by Advent Health, the exclusive hospital of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Williams carrying the load on the ground, fake to him. Jalen Daniels, a high throw, and off the hands. Bauer Sharp.
Well, it wasn't an ideal throw. It was a little wobbly and a little off target, but Bauer Sharp has to come down with that catch. Now, you talk about Bauer Sharp, and we promised to talk about him and what he's going to bring to this, hopefully, this tight end room. He wasn't hugely productive in college, and probably part of the reason that he's not like a dynamic catcher of the football and really didn't get that many opportunities in college, but the Bucs see something in him, and I think they expect him to be a little bit of both, blocker, receiver. It is a pretty deep room with all those bodies that we talked about earlier.
Open again. He gets a second chance. He gets the ball. He gets the first down. Down around the 11-yard line. The former quarterback moved to tight end.
Well, if you just do that, give yourself a chance to make it.
Yeah, he looked like a power runner.
Give yourself a chance to be productive. Look, catch, turn upfield, and find somebody to run through. Well done, Bauer.
And the call to go right back to him, right after a drop. You're a player, you want that next
Absolutely.
chance.
Absolutely you do. The worst thing you can do is just sit there and just ruminate on it for 2 or 3 plays or even a series and not get another opportunity.
Transfer from Oklahoma, as we mentioned, on to LSU, where he was drafted the 6th round by the Bucs. So a first down again. And back to Josh Williams with a move to the end zone. That's a Tampa Bay touchdown.
That was pretty.
Oh, man, what a sweet run.
Yes, good blocking up front by this offensive line. Some of the guys will probably be backups, but watch this movement. The cut, another cut, the juke. Leave that defensive back wanting, grasping for air. Josh Williams showcasing the depth of this Bucs running back room.
Getting a hug on the sideline, and congrats. Yeah, that was impressive. An impressive drive from Jalen Daniels to Josh Williams finishing it off. B.T. Potter, first year from Clemson, signed as an undrafted free agent. Tries the extra point. Earlier, the Bucs, Chase McLaughlin is the one who had the field goal. But at one time, it was 10-0 trailing. The Bucs lead now by 4 in the third.
Summer's here, and right now get 0% financing for 5 years on all 2026 Silverado 1500 models with no payments for 90 days.
That's the day Chevrolet.
Bart Zirkle provides personalized protection for what matters most.
Call Bart. Call Bart. He'll shop it right. Auto, home, life. Motorcycle too. Call Bart.
Hurry in during the Jeep Make This the Summer event for a great American deal. Now get 0% APR financing or $4,500 bonus cash on Jeep Grand Cherokee. Or get 4.9% APR financing for 72 months on Grand Wagoneer. Hurry in now for the best selection of 2026 models from America's most patriotic brand during the Jeep Make This the Summer event.
Or during the Jeep Make This the Summer event, get $4,500 total bonus cash allowance on all 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee models. See your local Jeep brand dealer.
Bucs fans, hit hard. Call 877-THE-FIRM after an accident and hit them where it hurts. We will tackle your case and run it up to get you the most money possible. If you don't get paid, you don't pay us. Call Malky Law at 877-THE-FIRM. That's 877-THE-FIRM.
Summer's here, and right now get 0% financing for 5 years on all 2026 Silverado 1500 models with no payments for 90 days.
That's the day Chevrolet.
Hi, you okay? Yeah, just changing up my look. I see that. I gotta lay low. See that brand new Hyundai Tucson? I only paid.
Huh. Well, you look stunning.
Enjoy your new car.
You too.
Feels so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR plus 0 payments for 90 days or up to $3,000 bonus cash on select models. Hurry in.
Bucs 80-yard drive. Jalen Daniels 4 out of 5. Williams the touchdown, their first lead of the game. Tonight's conversation with the crew brought to you by Morgan & Morgan, for the crew, for the people. And we welcome in Chris Godwin with Rondé Barber, Chris Myers. Chris, thanks for joining us. I know you're healthy and observing and getting ready to go here as all of a sudden you're the senior member in the room now. Your 10th year. How does that feel, and what are the expectations for you in this offense this year?
Man, honestly, it's a blessing. It's crazy. I feel like time has flown by. It feels like it was just yesterday that I was playing in my first preseason game. I was talking to some of the young guys about it earlier today. But honestly, we have high expectations for ourselves. I think we have a great room filled with guys with tons of potential and eager to prove themselves. Obviously, I'm excited to get back on a regular basis too. I'm grateful to be healthy, so I'm excited about the season.
Chris, I was just taking some inventory on your room. I'm looking at the 9 guys in there, and you're the only one that's came into the league before 2020.
Yeah.
The next guy is David Sills, who was a free agent that came in 4 years ago.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So year 10 for you. What's it? I mean, do y'all listen to the same music? I mean, I know what it's like to be an older vet.
Yeah, as I'm sure you do, man. It's as you know, the music changes so quickly. I noticed a couple years ago, like guys would just be playing stuff in the locker room. I'm like, yo, who is this? And now it's to the point where like I don't even ask anymore. It's like I listen to the music that I listen to, but I let the young guys have their time.
You turned into a back in my day kind of guy, really quick.
It's so crazy. I tried not to say that, but then it happens so often. I'm like, what are these kids getting into? This is crazy.
Tell me about your enhanced leadership role now that our friend and the guy that you trail in second all-time and all receiving, Mike Evans, is in San Francisco. What has your leadership role kind of evolved into this year?
Yeah, I mean, it really hasn't changed a ton. The things that I was doing while Mike was here, it was just being authentic to myself. Just kind of finding ways to help lead guys wherever I felt like was necessary. I'm not really a big rah-rah guy. I'm more of like the type to pull somebody to the side and just give them like a helpful pointer or two, or just encourage them whenever they're doing something well. And it's just been like an extension of that. Whereas like before it was like both myself and Mike doing those kind of things, but now it's just me. But like, Sills coming into the room, he brings some leadership qualities, and I mean even Mech is coming into a leadership role in himself. Same with Jalen. So I don't look at it as like it's my room, but it's a collective thing. I'm here to give whatever information I can give, but at the same time we all gotta go out and perform.
I'm really interested in how Zach Robinson's offense is going to operate. This is really like the third iteration of the same offense here 3 years in a row. What have you noticed? What's the biggest difference or your biggest takeaway from your new offensive coordinator here the first month and a half here of offseason?
Yeah, I mean, to your point, it is pretty much like the third iteration of a similar family of offenses. So I think that kind of helps in terms of us learning more or like learning the system quicker. But at the same time, there are a ton of little wrinkles that are involved in his scheme. So it seems like we're doing a lot of motioning, and we've done a lot of motioning over the previous years. But so like that's been a bit of a change. But also just how he looks at the game as a whole is a little bit different than our previous coordinators. So I'm curious to see how he calls the games on game day. But I really like what I'm seeing in terms of schematics and the plays that he's drawn up.
And it's great to see you healthy. What are you doing differently or additionally? I know working through injury. I mean, you're only 30. Rondé made you sound like you were 80 years old or something here. So, but what can you clue us in on how you'll get through the season and how you protect yourself?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's like the injuries that I've had, they weren't really anything that I could have done anything about. Right? Just either like a freak hit, a free accident, or just like that like wrong time, wrong place. So I try not to focus too much on those kind of things. I just try to like do my best to make sure that I'm as recovered as possible, which I've always done throughout my career. And at the end of the day, it's like I can only control what I can control. So I control those things, go out there, play my tail off, and then let the cars fall where they may.
I know I follow you on Instagram and all your socials, so I know your wife is making you keep up with her. That's probably a good way to stay healthy.
Absolutely. I tell her all the time that if she was a professional athlete, she'd be the hardest worker that I know, man.
All right, we wish Mariah and you the best. Keep up the good work with the Godwin Foundation, supporting animals, all the other good things you do. We hope you have a great season. Stay healthy, first of all. Appreciate your time, as always.
Of course.
Thanks for jumping on with us, Chris.
No problem. Enjoy the rest of the night, fellas.
Yep. Tonight's conversation brought to you by Morgan & Morgan, for the crew, for the people. Boy, he seems like he's refreshed, ready to go. It's nice to see him upbeat.
Yeah, I mean, Chris has always been a guy that's steady, and he never ever rides an emotional roller coaster, even when he's had his best games and seasons, or when he's had those terrible moments when he's been hurt, like severe injury. I'll never forget the one against the Baltimore Ravens, and I was crushed. Right. I root so hard for a guy like Chris, who's really had to pave his own way, even though he was a high draft pick. But he's second fiddle to one of the greatest receiver in Bucs history for basically 10 years, and now he gets a chance to not only be the number 1, number 2 receiver, the top receiver in this franchise now. He takes on a much more significant leadership role, and he might downplay it, but I was in that position at one point when I had Derek Brooks and I had Warren Sapp and I had John Lynch all leading our defense, and then they left, and then it was me. And then you have to start kind of imprinting your personality on this team. So I'm really interested to see how this offense especially starts to mold itself around the way Chris Godwin leads.
Yeah, because you reference where he has been behind Evans and that he's healthier, as taking off and running is Brady Cook, who has come in for Bailey Zappi and just short of the first down. You know, Baker, only Jared Goff has thrown for more touchdowns in the last 3 years than Baker Mayfield. How do you see with the receivers and the Zach Robinson style offense? You talked a little bit about running game. Where do you see Chris Godwin fitting in? Because he's so reliable, and yet you have some young, talented, faster kind of receivers.
Yeah, I think, you look at Ted Hurst type, right? He's the X. He's going to be the guy that's on the line of scrimmage outside, kind of like Mike Evans was in these past years. And then you have Chris and Emeka, who both can play inside, play outside. I think they're going to look at Emeka to be more of the Z receiver, the guy that's off the line of scrimmage, and then let Chris do what he's always done well, which is play in the slot. And if you're going into just 2 wide receiver formations, he's the move guy. And so I think we're going to see a lot from him. Chris said something that was really interesting about Zach Robinson, and he mentioned the motions, et cetera, et cetera. There's going to be so much more movement pre-snap. You're going to need probably see more under center, more opportunities for this offense to explore variability in formations. And it's great to have a guy like Chris Godwin, who's been around for 10 years, that can help explain that to this young group of wide receivers, because I am not kidding. 2024, 2025, 2024, that's where all these receivers' years are, and Chris is all the way back in 2017.
The Jets with a big special teams play, and they're going to rule that as down inside the 1. Caden Fordham of the Bucs, big defensive play on 3rd down.
Long days can take a toll. Lunch shouldn't. Mouth-watering Big Mac, world-famous fries, Coca-Cola. All this, $8. At least McDonald's is on your side. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
We have no idea what the future will look like. Flying cars, self-driving shopping carts, meals that cook themselves. But I'd wager one thing stays the same. We'll always lend you a hand when you need one. Okay. Because that's not a trend. It's a habit. One we picked up 95 years ago.
I really appreciate it.
And haven't put down since.
Okay. See you next week. All right. Good night. Good night.
There's DNA. Then there's heavy-duty DNA. HDNA. It's engineered into every aspect of the GMC Sierra HD. So when the job is heavy, GMC Sierra HD reports for duty. Get 4.9% APR plus $2,000 purchase cash on 2026 GMC Sierra heavy-duty Denali models. We are professional grade.
I've been governor of Florida. 70% of the people approved of the work we did. But being mayor of my hometown, now that'd be the honor of a lifetime. St. Pete is where my dad healed the sick, where I played quarterback, where I've lived since I was 3. I'm not running to go anywhere next. This is home. St. Pete's been on a pause. Let's start her back up together. It's just Charlie, and I'm ready to show up.
Election Day is Tuesday, August 18.
Long days can take a toll. Lunch shouldn't. Mouth-watering Big Mac, world-famous fries, Coca-Cola. All this, $8. At least McDonald's is on your side. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Rodney, you mentioned it's our 14th year doing the preseason TV. This is my 23rd year, and I have not missed preseason TV for the Bucs, any preseason game. But next Saturday, the home game, I have to step away. And we thought for you, we'd get somebody special to kind of step in. So let's check in, see if he's with us.
Hey, Chris, thank you. And I just want you to relax, man. We got this. Rondé Barber and I go way back. Nobody loves the Buccaneers like we do. You take your time on your vacation. Just chill. We got you covered. We are ready to roll. Trust me.
Wow. He's first of all, it's not a vacation. I'm working. There's an IndyCar race celebrating America 250 in Washington, D.C. with the president of our country. But you know, I think he's ready to take over. Can you handle him in the booth? Is there enough room?
Should I be worried? I mean, John has got so much energy. I feel sorry for anybody that's going to have to play in that game, like Baker Mayfield's going to play in that game, and hear John's criticism or praise of the guy. It's going to be fun, though. John and I have a really good relationship over the years.
Super Bowl champ.
Super Bowl champs, Ring of Honor members, and look, John has infectious energy. He has a love affair for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He still lives here. He's always lived here in Tampa. So I am looking forward to it. I'm gonna miss you, though, buddy. I love working with Chris Myers, but
we'll be back at the 30. I'm gonna be watching this from my assignment because I mean, you guys, if you like Bucs football, I mean, who else do you want to hear talk about the game? And especially in the preseason when you have an opportunity to go through conversations like we have. I mean, I'm sure there'll be some great stories. I'm sure you're going to have a heart. You might not have to say much with him. You just say, John, go. Yes, we're going to keep tabs on your airtime, which may be very little.
Well, I know John's watching this broadcast, so I'm going to go see him at Fire Football Coaches of Association building and get some prep work ready for next week, because I'm not worried about it, but I am. We're going to figure out how to do this.
You'll be fine you'll steer it. I know John wants to do play-by-play. He'll do everything, but football, people still go to him for advice, for consulting, and he's going to be broadcasting next Saturday night right here.
You okay? I gotta lay low. See that brand new Hyundai Tucson? I only paid.
Enjoy your new car. Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. Now get a Tucson or Santa Fe with 0% APR plus no payments for 90 days or lease select trims for $199 a month. Hurry in.
I'm Sheriff Chad Cronister, and Bucs football is back. While you cheer from the stands, we're on the clock keeping our community safe. Game day and every day. Go Bucs.
It's the final days of the Ford Summer Sales Event.
Off they go, spreading capability across America.
Great deals, great trucks.
Great time to buy. And J.D. Power says Ford is now #1 in new vehicle quality.
All the hauling and towing they'll do. Wish I could go with them.
Sure looks like fun.
But the deals end soon. Better hurry.
It's the final days to get F-150 with 0% financing and over $7,300 in total savings, plus 2 years complimentary mobile service maintenance.
This season, the best tailgate isn't in the parking lot. It's at the beach. Tradewinds Resort, official partner of your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Book your staycation now at justletgo.com.
We're really excited to welcome the Tampa Bay Bucs to the Morgan & Morgan family. Captain Fear has gotten a little too comfortable. You have got to be kidding me. Not again. No respect. We're still finding our rhythm.
You okay? I gotta lay low. See that brand new Hyundai Tucson? I only paid.
Enjoy your new car. Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. Now lease the Elantra for $159 a month or get 3.49% APR for 60 months or up to $2,000 bonus cash. Hurry in.
Bucs with a 4-point lead here in the fourth quarter. Rondé Barber, Chris Myers, Jeff Dubroff down on the field, and an important third down for Todd Bowles' team. They need 7, backed up at their own 5-yard line. Defense with a big stand, but then special teams by the Jets on good punt coverage put them in a hole, and this is going to go against the Bucs offense.
Ball start. Offense. Number 76. Half the distance to the goal. Third down.
That's the second call against Paul Rubel, rookie from UCF, rookie free agent. Part of the Germany, so part of the exchange
is
program.
The exempt international player.
Maybe it was a translation, a language thing on the call there.
I see what you did there,
You speak German?
He is a massive human being. You stand next
he's
to
big,
him.
right?
He'll be on the roster, though, all year long. That exempt status gives him the ability to be on the roster all year long. It's a really nice program that the NFL has with all 32 NFL football teams.
Josh Williams carries. Yeah. Paul Rubos, 6'10".
Yeah.
Goodness, he can play center for the Orlando Magic. All right, so it's 4th down, and Riley Dixon will have the tough challenge of punting out of his own end zone. It's actually spotted around the 2-yard line.
All these type of situational football things are good for your football team, right? Danny Smith, the new special teams coordinator. Well, I mean, yes, you would like to get out of this situation, but you also need to practice these situations. No better place to do it than a game.
Yeah, if he were to have stepped on that back line, it would have been a safety. This is D.T. Sheffield. Bobbles it at the 45, but picks it right up and is tackled right away around the 43-44 line. So the Jets, excellent field position in Tampa Bay territory, but trailing at home to the Bucs.
Stay in the state of connection. Lease the new 2026 Sportage Hybrid LX front-wheel drive for $249 a month.
Once again, Tampa General was named one of the nation's top hospitals by U.S. News and World Report and nationally recognized in 9 specialties. TGH was also named the #1 hospital in Tampa Bay, #1 rehab hospital, and #1 for heart and vascular care. That's the academic difference at Florida's premier academic health system, Tampa General. Other hospitals practice medicine. We define it.
Nissan really pushes these cars, huh?
Oh, yeah.
We run help a friend to move scenarios?
All the time.
Driveway airball? Wow, solid.
Very. Hurry in to the Nissan End of Summer Sales Event and see why the Nissan Rogue is #1 in new vehicle quality. Now get 0% APR on select model trims for well-qualified buyers or get $4,500 customer cash on Rogue Platinum.
These big trucks are dangerous and fast. And when it comes to big truck wrecks, the stakes can be really high. That's why you need a lawyer that's gotten big results for his clients. Hi, I'm attorney Dan Newland. I've recovered billions of dollars for accident victims. So if you've been hit by one of these big trucks or involved in a car accident, call me now. Let me fight for you at 813-888-8000. That's 813-888-8000.
Why go downtown when you can get out of town? Find your unlimits in the Kia Sorento Turbo Hybrid. Get 0% APR for up to 48 months or $3,000
appreciate the follow, my boy.
of a new 2026 Sorento.
(17-13) Tampa Bay, just over 14 minutes to play in the 4th. Don't miss out. All fans receive a free Bucs t-shirt at the home opener, courtesy of Publix. Head to Buccaneers.com/tickets to view options for the September 20th matchup against the Browns at Raymond James Stadium. Baker Mayfield, all those years in Cleveland, and found a second home in Tampa Bay.
I am excited to talk about Baker.
Yeah, he said too, and I know he played hurt last year and the numbers weren't what he wanted them to be, but he said that he's in the best shape he's ever been.
Oh, he looks like it, and it seems like, I mean, contract discussions notwithstanding, that the guy is locked in on having a good year, and I think part of that is his new offensive coordinator.
No way, gang. Not the damn game.
Oh, you seen that?
Yeah, I've been watching the game the whole time.
in the first week of training camp. The big thing coming away from that, though, and he said it over and over and over again, he's all about ball. He's expressed that to the rest of the team. He wanted to make sure that the new guys knew this is not what it was going to be about. He was focused on this season. Jason Licht, the general manager, reaffirmed that sentiment when we spoke to him last week. It's all about ball. Baker, focused as ever, is what they're saying, Chris.
Thank you. And, you know, one way or another, I think it's important for both. And they seem to be, the GM and Baker, on good terms, meaning they both would like to see it get done. We'll see as the completion made to the 31-yard line. That's Chase Curtis. I want to go back because Zach Robinson, what you made a good point about the connection with Baker briefly with the Rams. That one game, he said when Baker came in and played, when he stepped in late for the Rams and it revitalized his career, he gave Baker, he was there as a quarterback coach, 25 plays, and he said he learned them all overnight. Yeah. He said, I knew he was smart. I know he was that smart. And he made it happen. And so and he'll roll with anything in terms of play calling. So I think they're both in for a good year.
Well, let's make no bones about it. Baker is a clear-cut franchise quarterback. Now, whether that, you know, he takes this contract offer that Jason Licht gave them as a slight to that, I think that's kind of disingenuous. Baker is the starting quarterback in this football team. He will be for the foreseeable future. And they'll admit, you know, if we don't get a deal done, he's going to put him on the franchise tag. But what I expect, and really, Chris, to be honest with you, all he has to do is go play the type of football that we know he can play, and the contract will take care of itself. But I expect this guy to have a banner year in terms of efficiency, not just because he's got a chip on his shoulder, which he clearly does. We heard it a couple of weeks ago. But I think this offense is just going to suit him so well. With all the movement and the play action, it fits right into what he really does well. You know, when Liam Cohen was his offensive coordinator 2 years ago, he had so many defined reads, and they made the job easier for him. So he had less picks, he had more touchdowns, he had 4,000 yards passing. And I think that's kind of what we're going to see from Zach Robinson, because Zach, for all this, you know, Sean McVay type of talk, that whatever, he does a really good job building his offenses around his players, right? And you say, well, that didn't translate last year in Atlanta. Well, last year in Atlanta, he didn't have Baker Mayfield, and you just gave me the example that tells me all I need to know. He learned 25 plays overnight. In 1 week or in 2 nights. Yeah. Like that's what this offensive needs to execute. And Zach Robinson knows he has a better situation here in Baker than he did last year with Michael Penix in Atlanta.
Yeah, he's one of 3 quarterbacks, started all 51 games. Josh Allen, Jared Goff the last 3 years. So he's played through a lot. And that's up to him making that call. But he said no contract, it's all ball. We keep repeating that because that's not going to get in the way of what he wants to do this season. And that's going to be a good thing for the Bucs and
totally
for him.
Agree. Yeah. Totally agree.
By the way, Liam Cohen, you mentioned, Zach Robinson, they were tight friends. In fact, Zach Robinson almost got the job before. He told us an interesting story. Before Raheem Morris was hired in Atlanta, if Raheem didn't get that job, he was going to be at least get an interview for the Bucs offensive coordinator job, and Baker had that opportunity. They would have worked together back then. I mean, Baker was, you know, so they've been in touch through all of this process.
All you got to do is put on a coaching shirt with Sean McVay, and you're going to get a look at off the coordinator head coaching job. But it's really, well, and to be honest with you, I can tie this all back in what we just talked about a second ago. They're all from the John Gruden tree, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that goes back.
Right?
Yeah,
McVay, Shanahan, all those cats came from John
Sean
Gruden.
McVay sounds like John Gruden when he talks.
Came from Gruden back in the early 2000s. But you see my point. They all came up learning the game a very specific way. And, you know, Sean McVay talks about the illusion of complexity, like you're doing a whole bunch of stuff, like with the motions and shifts and the formation variability. That's what all these coaches do very, very well. And I think Zach Robinson's got that in abundance, and it's a little unique. Chris Godwin talked about the different iterations of this offense with Liam, with Grizzard last year, and Zach. They're all the same tree, but they're all a little bit different. So
yeah, they each had their own ingredient, and you know, you mentioned 5 offensive coordinators the last 5 years
offense, number 67,
for the Bucs. But
5-yard penalty.
Actually, Baker Mayfield's had 11 offensive coordinators in his 9+ years in the league. I mean, so he's constantly adjusting, and that's why he will roll with anything, as Zach Robinson said. Hopefully he'll roll his success with the Bucs for Todd Bowles this year.
I tell you what, You know, one thing that bringing a Zach Robinson in, maybe a little bit more kind of understanding and structure of how he wants his offense to run. Todd gets to spend more time on defense. I know last year there was a lot of conversation about how much Todd had to invest in the other side of the ball. Josh, first time calling plays last year, you know, didn't really have a feel, I think, for how Todd wanted his offense to work. I think those worries are gone now, and I know that Todd wants to reinvent the way he plays defense. There are some changes that he used to spend time doing, used to spend time with on the defense side of the ball. Couldn't do that last year. Now he can.
He can, and this pass is complete, and he'll fight to get inside the 30. That's Jamal Pritchett. Make that Quincy Skinner, excuse me. And it's going to be 4th down, and the field goal unit's going to come out. Yeah, it's interesting. Dave Canales said when he left last year, he even said, you know, I got to say Todd Bowles was great to work with when he got his chance as an offensive coordinator because he let me run the show offensively, and he took care of the defense. And that's, I think, Todd will let Zach do that, and it'll be a win for the Bucs all the way around. And let Todd focus on a defense that does need to improve. And he admitted that. He said there'll be some schematic changes. I know he was talking to you about that. Sanders from 47 yards away, and he nails it. Just to tighten things up a bit. It's a 1-point game. Under 10 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Bucs defense hanging in there. And Baker.
AutoNation makes going easy with 0 down and 0 payments for 90 days on your favorite new vehicles. All with pricing you can trust. No hidden fees, no surprises. Get 0 down, 0 payments for 90 days at AutoNation now. Less stress, more go.
Some trips are felt beyond words. By land, by air, by sea. No one connects you to Alaska like Princess. Princess Cruises. Book now.
Bucs fans, hit hard. Call 877-THE-FIRM after an accident and hit them where it hurts. We will tackle your case and run it up to get you the most money possible. If you don't get paid, you don't pay us. Call Malky Law at 877-THE-FIRM. That's 877-THE-FIRM.
Join Team HCSO's starting lineup. We're hiring deputies who lead with courage and serve with pride. If you're ready to make a play of a lifetime, apply today.
Hurry in during the Jeep Make This the Summer event for a great American deal. Now get 0% APR financing or $4,500 bonus cash on Jeep Grand Cherokee. Or get 4.9% APR financing for 72 months on Grand Wagoneer. Hurry in now for the best selection of 2026 models from America's most patriotic brand during the Jeep Make This the Summer event.
Or during the Jeep Make This the Summer event, get $4,500 total bonus cash allowance on all 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee models. See your local Jeep brand dealer.
AutoNation makes going easy with 0 down and 0 payments for 90 days on your favorite new vehicles. All with pricing you can trust. No hidden fees, no surprises. Get 0 down, 0 payments for 90 days at AutoNation now. Less stress, more go.
Could be an exciting finish for these Buck fans here at MetLife in New Jersey. A 1-point lead. Let's take a look ahead. It's brought to you by Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. And we mentioned the home game. It's a 7:30 kick at Raymond James. The Chiefs, I think Mahomes will play it. We know that Baker Mayfield and the starters will get a chance in that game, and that's the John Gruden.
I'm trying to write it.
Oh, is that what that?
I'm trying to write it.
All you gotta do is
I'm doing a very bad job.
You should have just drawn a smiley face talking football. There you go. Yeah,
that's my dog.
So
John
he'll be in the booth.
There you go.
With Rondé talking Bucs football, and then the Bucs will wrap things up. I'll be back with you for the finale in Jacksonville. Yeah, you guys going to fight over the telestrator?
I think I'm going to give it to John. You clearly see I can't operate that thing.
That's all right. Well, as long as one of you gets it right. I can't wait to hear the story. Not just glory days. I want you to bring it forward to this team, to what the Bucs had to do this year. I'm sure John, all the video, film he looks at, people he talks to.
That guy spends more time watching film than I think any coach in football history. He's got a very interesting room, or office space. He's got like a Raiders room. He's got a Bucs room. He's got like a Dayton room. Yeah. Every place he's been, he has film from forever. So he knows his stuff, man. It's going to be a really fun broadcast.
And then, of course, Jason Light, our tradition, he'll join us in the final preseason game of the second half as Jalen Daniels completes to Eric Rivers Jr.
Eric Rivers Jr. Now, you're going to see when this guy gets the ball in his hands, how fast he is. Hey, do you remember that we were talking to Zach? He goes, that guy can roll. And he's not very big, but you can tell when this guy gets football, he's dangerous.
He was the first All-American in FIU history, transferred on to Memphis. Started as a walk-on defensive back. Daniels has looked comfortable at his first NFL game.
False start. Offense, number 64. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Nash Hutmaker looked like he was on the practice squad last year, called for that infraction. It'll back him up a bit to 1st and 15 from the 42. It's been relatively well played in terms of penalties.
Yeah, not terrible. There's been a couple, right? And it was one of the keys to the game, especially you get these young guys out here, and you just want to be able to concentrate and focus and play penalty-free football. That's why Todd told us that was one of the things that he wanted to see. A couple of them will show up late, obviously late in games, guys that haven't had a chance, really going to try to push themselves and showcase themselves and get a little anxious. We got a new runner in the game, too. This is Kadarius Callaway, who's returning kicks early. And different. If there's one guy that's different in the backfield than the other 4 backs that we have, it's this kid. Big, strong, 235-pound running back.
Trying a little bit of a no-huddle hurry up and the pass. In between a couple of defenders. What a throw.
Not that throw.
Knifed in there to Devin Culp.
Wow, the one thing that you instantly notice about Jalen Daniels is how quickly look at his release. See how quick that ball is out, and that window is about as small as it could possibly be, and he still smokes it in there.
I'm sure people are hearing, they're going, wait a minute, Jaden Daniels thought he was in Washington with the Commanders.
That's a Jalen.
Yeah, right. This is a different, but it sounds sometimes similar, and with that kind of a throw, I mean,
he's not wearing number 5. So.
Yeah. No, we don't want to get sued, so you got to be careful what you say. He is in firing again, and open off the hands. Would have been a big catch, but Garrett Green couldn't hold it.
And Garrett Green's usually reliable. He's been reliable as a receiver both preseasons that he's been in. A big catch earlier in this game. But this is a really well-run route. Look at it. You see him stems him up, gets the DB to turn himself around, and then ball hits him in the hands. You got to catch it.
Rocket arm Daniels. A heck of a throw. Down and distance. Brought to you by Advent Health, the exclusive hospital of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and a 2nd down 10. Be nice for the Bucs to get into some field goal range, get a little cushion here. Narrow 1-point advantage. Strong arm there, a little high. Boy, he just wound up like a Aroldis Chapman out of the bullpen or something.
You talking about it was the inexperience, right? That was a little quick, right? I play a lot of golf, right? We all play golf. Swing gets quick. Look how quick this ball comes out. He's too anxious to throw this football because he had his receiver open. Another good route up top there by Dean Patterson, the 4th. So it was there for the completion, but a little anxious on the throw. He misses it high.
3rd down 10. Callaway remains the back. Blitz. He gets rid of it, and a tough catch. He had to turn with the defender there, but Dennis Houston couldn't make it. And Daniels got rid of it early, and the Jets defense does his job, give the offense a chance to get the ball back. Just under 8 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. By the way, we're talking about Zach Robinson. There are 21 new offensive coordinators this year.
Yeah, you mentioned that. Yeah,
out of 32 teams.
Yeah, you mentioned that this morning, and I could not believe that.
Hot turnover position, and those guys, they do well. They go on to become head coaches. Zach Robinson may be a line like Dave Canales was, and became the head coach for the Panthers, who won the division last year, which is still shocking for many of the Buck fans. Looks like there's a flag back at the 5-yard line. Here comes another flag up at the 21. I know I jinxed him saying it's been relatively free with penalties. Here we go. Yeah, there's three different flags.
I think they're all the same flag, Chris. He's trying to determine if they want him to re-kick this.
Okay.
More than 11 players on the receiving team. That'd be 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay. 4th down.
Oh, it's 12 men on the field. I was wondering who was saying illegal man downfield, but 12 men on the field in the call. So I guess they're going to have to re-kick it, or at least they'll have that.
Did you make a decision now, right?
Yeah.
Do you go for it here? Is that what we're looking at?
Good call there. And if you wanted to try a field goal, and it looks like Daniels is coming back out, and they are going to go for it.
Yeah, 4th and 10, much different than 4th and 5. You're at that position on the field where punting really does nothing. You gain, just on that punt that we just saw, you only gained 15, 20 yards. So might as well go for it.
And a field goal try to be about 55-ish but might as well let the young quarterback give it a shot. And Daniels will do just that. Going to the turf, yes. And Sharp does grab that one on a clutch conversion on 4th down.
Oh, you talk about penalties, pay penalty free. You can say the same thing about the Jets. They're just getting ready to get the ball back with a chance to, maybe get a game-winning drive. Instead, the Bucks come on the field, and Jalen Daniels. You almost got me saying Jaden right there.
I should have brought that up.
Jalen Daniels makes another great throw.
I know this is just 1 quarter plus here, but I'm wowed. I know you talked about him in practice and the coaches, but what he's showing us here, and I realize it's against backups, but you gotta like what you see.
Yeah, you still got to deliver the football, right? And we're seeing that delivery of his in full force here.
And he probably, Callaway carries, could run more if needed.
Sure.
And the mobility at that position, you've talked about it, whether it's with Bazelak or Baker. So Jake Browning on a 1-year deal was supposed to start, but back last minute, kind of a tweak.
Yeah, he had practice. Yeah, it happened in practice, that first practice with the Jets, and then didn't practice on the Wednesday, and then gives Connor Bazelak a chance to come in. And Connor played well. He had some good throws, and now we get an even more opportunity to see Jalen Daniels close out this football game.
Daniels 7 of 11, just under 90 yards, handles the high snap, delivers the throw right there again to Garrett Green.
Well, I mean, what is impressive, just watch that throw right there with anticipation. Like, he's not waiting for the receiver to get open before this ball comes out. As soon as Garrett Green turned around, the ball hits him in the hands. I mean, that's advanced level. Yes, this guy played a lot of snaps in college. He was kind of proving his ability to go out there and play, and I'm somewhat impressed here in this 4th quarter watching some of these throws.
6 seasons at Kansas, Jayhawk starting. Think of Jayhawk quarterbacks. He second on the all-time list. I thought back of one of the greats, John Hadel, had his football card. A great Charger, was a Packer and a Ram briefly. This guy, he held out at the 20, reaching out for it was Patterson.
Great catch. I mean, this was.
And that was delivered to the outside.
Yeah, it's like a double in route. Like you see one go out or one go in, 2 go in, and then that ball is a little out of his reach. But, the ability to catch the ball outside the frame of your body, that's how you separate what good receivers are and, like, the average one. You know, everybody can catch a ball when it hits you in the chest. It bounces off your pads or whatever. But, you know, to get fully extended, catch it with your hands and come down, not let that ball touch the ground, great catch.
Fake to Callaway. He's in some trouble here and gets rid of it right away. Jets put some pressure on after a string of successful throws from Jalen Daniels. Patterson 5 catches, by the way, team high for the game tonight. Again with your big three, Emeka Egbuka, Jalen McMillan, Chris Godwin, all out. Tez Johnson also. Really, that's your starting four. Your basic.
Well, it's great
there.
for a guy like Patterson, who wasn't very productive in college. You just go look at his stats in college. He wasn't like hugely productive, but you only want your opportunity to showcase yourself. And you come into the first preseason game of your career, and you got 5 catches and 24 yards and great catch that he had just on that play before.
And read the blitz, gets Garrett Green, who kind of bowled his way over. You know, his dad, Charlie, the former Major League catcher, currently a coach with Milwaukee. It was almost like at home plate was when he runs into the catcher. He got that extra charge, I guess, and got him a first down, first and goal.
Garrett had a great preseason last year. He got himself in the conversation. He made the team. He was on the practice squad, I think, up and down a couple of times. But he played some meaningful snaps, and he was a valuable teams player. You remember Todd talked about you want teams guys. I got to identify teams guys. Well, Garrett Green is that and has the ability to play all 3 positions of the wide receivers.
Kadarius Callaway will pick up a couple of yards as the clock runs now. We're going to be under 4 minutes. And what happens on the drive? Remember, they were ready to punt, but 12 men on the field call against the Jets. They made up 5 on the penalty, and then 4th and 5 went for it and converted. This will be the 14th play. 2nd and goal, Buccaneers. The pitch. Cut down as he got to the 5. Here comes a flag. Looked like there was an opening for Callaway, but it closed in a hurry.
Doesn't look like the Bucs are moving back. Is this a defensive penalty? Yeah.
Wow.
Holding. Defense. Number 92. Going to be half the distance to the goal from the end of the run. Automatic first down.
They're calling Ben Barton, a rookie from Wisconsin, for the defensive hold.
Well, he's the one that made the tackle. I mean, I have to go back. We got that a little bit late. I wonder if he was holding one of the offensive linemen trying to get out in front before we saw it on the screen there, and that's where the penalty was. But the Bucs clearly knew what it was, and here we go. 1st and 1 on the 1, or yeah, 1st and 1 on the 1.
All they need is 1 for the score. Callaway will get the football, and just short is Kadarius Callaway. And the clock will continue to run. Actually works in favor of the Bucs if they end up punching this in.
Good blocking on the edge. I mean, you just feel like you want one guy to miss and break one tackle, and that's a touchdown. But yeah, you talk about in the game situations, want this clock to run. We'll take this.
Jets will use a timeout, stop the clock. They'll still have the 2-minute warning and 2 more timeouts.
Nissan really pushes these cars, huh?
Oh, yeah.
We run help a friend to move scenarios
all the time.
Driveway airball? Wow, solid.
Very.
Hurry in to the Nissan End of Summer Sales Event and see why the Nissan Rogue is #1 in new vehicle quality. Now get 0% APR on select model trims for well-qualified buyers or get $4,500 customer cash on Rogue Platinum.
My daughter was involved in a very bad car accident, and my husband and I decided to call attorney Dan Newland for advice. Calling Dan was our best decision. He was by our daughter's side the entire way. And at the end of her case, Dan recovered $600,000. And that money is really going to help with her medical recovery.
If you've been involved in a car accident, I'll fight hard to win big for you too. Call me at 813-888-8000.
Thank you, Dan, for winning my daughter's case.
Hope
It's
everybody
the
is happy
final
and
days
having
of the
a blessed
Ford
night and a
Summer
blessed
Sales
weekend.
Event.
Off they
Appreciate you
go,
guys.
spreading
Happy to
capability
see you.
across America.
Great
deals, great trucks.
Great time to buy. And JD Power says Ford is now #1 in new vehicle quality.
All the hauling and towing they'll do. Wish I could go
Right
with
now,
them.
Cat,
Sure looks like fun.
But the deals end soon. Better hurry.
Get 0% financing, $1,000 towards your down payment, and 500 final days bonus cash,
Not
plus
enough
2
money.
years complimentary mobile service maintenance on select Ford vehicles.
You know what, John? We have a lot in common. World champions, Ring of Honor members.
And now, we're
Shout out my boy Eddie for the following and the likes. Appreciate you, brother.
That's right. Join us when the Bucs battle the Chiefs and hear coaches
Shout out
brutally
you got again from up there.
Two Buccaneer greats team up to call every play of the Chiefs game. Watch Coach Gruden and Rondé Barber Saturday, August 22nd at 7:30 only on your official Bucs station, News Channel 8.
Man, this will be awesome.
I hope so.
Bucs preseason next Saturday. Bucs and Chiefs, 7:30, News Channel 8, with John Gruden in the booth with Rondé Barber, your official Bucs station. And for Buc fans who prefer to watch the game in Spanish, tune into the Bucs and Chiefs next Saturday night, 7:30 on WSNN. This has been an impressive drive and got a great opportunity for a knockout punch here down around the goal line.
Well, they've tried to run the ball a couple of times and really haven't been successful, getting Callaway free. So, if it was me, I'm not the offensive coordinator, but if it was me, I might do a little play action, get this ball in Jalen Daniels' hands.
Well, he's going to keep
Or you
it,
could do that.
and Daniels is in for the Buccaneer touchdown. You were just ready to call the quarterback keep it. Look, he's celebrating an NFL touchdown.
I love it.
That's pretty cool.
I love it. He deserves that touchdown. Great drive. Some really impressive throws on that drive. I felt like we kept talking about his arm strength. Obviously complemented by really good running ability, and then just powers his way into the end zone.
And Zach Robinson having a feel for his quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
For his quarterback skills, his dancing skills, as well as his throwing and running. But that was a tough run instead of a.
I think Baker's going to call him out on those days.
He talks about guys flipping. Now, what about that? This
You can hear me?
Potter with a
Yeah, I can
chance
hear
on
you.
the
Yeah, that
extra
was a
point
beautiful drive. That
and
was a
nails it
beautiful drive.
for the Bucs.
It definitely was.
And now it's an
I didn't think he
8-point
was in the
lead
pocket,
with
but-
under 3.5 to go. What a comeback from down 10-0 for the backup Bucs.
Yeah, I can hear you.
At Farrah and Farrah,
Hey, yo,
every injury case we
Captain
prepare
Bacon
has a
strong.
recipe.
Captain Bacon
A little
strong.
grit, a lot of prep, and a team that knows that every second counts. When the pressure's on, we cook. Call Farrah and Farrah. Your case made to order.
Once again, Tampa General was named one of the nation's top hospitals by U.S. News and World Report and nationally recognized in 9 specialties. TGH was also named the #1 hospital in Tampa Bay, #1 rehab hospital, and #1 for heart and vascular care. That's the academic difference at Florida's premier academic health system, Tampa General. Other hospitals practice medicine. We define it.
This season, the best tailgate isn't in the parking lot. It's at the beach. Trade Winds Resort, official partner of your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Book your staycation now at justletgo.com.
Chevy drivers across America will do a lot in the next 5 years. But one thing they won't do is pay interest on their new Chevy. Right now, get 0% financing for 5 years on all 2026 Silverado 1500 models. With no payments for 90 days. Because you earned this summer. Now it's time to go get it.
What's the best thing about being a Smithfield bratwurst? Probably my signature snap. Nothing beats it. Okay, respect. That's a pretty good snap, too. I'm snapping here. Smithfield.
We decided to shoot this latest campaign in a kitchen. We thought it was the perfect metaphor for what we do here at Farrah and Farrah. A kitchen is about working together, being proud of the product that you're delivering to your customer.
Order up.
Farrah and Farrah.
Are we doing top gift of the weekend?
Jalen Daniels, 10 out of 15, 110 yards, a touchdown run, and yes, congrats They saw you on TV. Here's tonight's move of the game, brought to you by Good Greek Moving and Storage.
Yeah, Aiden Garnes with the first of 2 Buck interceptions on the night, and this was a very special one, especially because we've been talking about him all preseason. This kid getting a chance to run with the 1s and 2s because of some injuries in the Buck secondary, which is a concern. But when you got plays like that, young guys making plays like that, you can be very, very encouraged with how they might develop this season.
The Bucks
2 takeaways for the Buck defense, and they've had multiple sacks. DT Sheffield for the Jets on the return and stopped across the 30. Let's go down to Jeff.
Yeah, thank you very much, Chris. Joined now by rookie linebacker Josiah Trotter. Josiah, we've been doing drills, practice for 2 weeks. How did it finally feel to put on the pads, make your NFL debut?
Yeah, it felt great. You know, all those weeks, put in, play against your team, other teams, and then finally come out here, all the work you put in. It feels great, even though it wasn't long, just to be able to come out here and play an actual first game, it feels great.
You're not the first Trotter to put on a Buccaneer uniform. What is that like to play for the same franchise that your dad played for, albeit for 1 year, but still a Buccaneer nonetheless?
Yeah, no, it's a blessing just to be able to, be in the NFL, 1, and then 2, play for such a great franchise. So, it's just a blessing to be out here with these guys and, be with this great organization.
One of my favorite things you said when we were talking to you a couple weeks ago, when you put the pads on, Josiah goes out the window, you become a trot. What does that mean? What does that mean? Explain that to me.
When you play this game, especially linebacker, you got to play with screw loose. You got to have, almost like an alter ego, But, I try to separate the two as a player and person. I come out here, I'm all business, and then just come out here, just try to make plays, be a physical player, come here and set the tone the best way I can.
I know you guys didn't finish your collegiate careers together, but Aiden Garnes and you played at West Virginia in 2024. What's that like seeing a former teammate, now a current teammate, with that pick 6?
Oh, man, amazing, man. I'm so happy for him. The camp he's been having, just been balling, just known him since West Virginia, and then always staying in touch. So I'm just so happy for him, man. He's been putting in so much great work, and then he's been balling all camp.
Thank you so much, Josiah. Congratulations, Chris. We'll send it back to you.
All right, yeah, thank you so much. Couple of tackles for Josiah tonight, and the Jets rallying after a 24-yard pickup, nearing the 2-minute warning here. Quick snap.
I got a cash drop.
And that's Sam Scott getting to about the 21-yard line. And Jets will have 2 timeouts with 2 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter at MetLife Stadium.
2-minute warning.
Jalen Williams touchdown run with the extra point, made it 24-16. See if the Bucs defense can keep the Jets on hold.
What happened? Picked off. I don't know. Was it a fumble? Was it a pick? What? Are we punting? Are we going for it? What are we doing? I don't know what's going on, guys. I got you Wagyu.
Watch with NFL Plus. Got it.
Don't get stuck without football.
Texans want a catch.
Get live, local, and primetime games on mobile with NFL Plus, and keep the NFL in reach.
Appreciate you tapping that share button, buddy. Appreciate that. Remember, guys, top gift of yes.
There's a quiet magic at work here. One conjured through time and tradition. And powerful enough to bring any family together.
Remember to tap that screen, hit that share button, and follow. Come on, we're going to give
An invitation to the feeling of moving through the world with unmistakable presence. The invitation to Lexus Summer Sales Event.
Get special offers on select Lexus models.
When we see you, we see ourselves. So the care you receive is exactly the kind of care we would want.
Great news. They're gonna be fine. They're all good.
Orlando Health. We make it personal.
How radical is David Jolly on the trans agenda?
If a local community wants to paint a mural for the LGBTQ plus community, I'll buy you a can of paint.
Gender surgeries on kids.
We embraced it, the medical pathways, the gender-affirming care.
Boys and girls sports.
It can be supportive of them to allow them to play in youth sports.
David Jolly, radically liberal, radically wrong.
The only way you defeat crazy is you stand up to it.
Byron Donalds, Florida Kids first.
Change is inevitable.
Okay.
But one thing will always remain the same.
I'll let you have it.
We'll always lend you a hand when you need one.
Okay. See you next week. All right. Good night. Good night.
Tonight's Drive the Game brought to you by your local Suncoast Hyundai dealers. The Hyundai Getaway Sales event is going on now. Go to your local Hyundai dealer today.
Jalen Daniels did a lot of the work on this drive. Some great throws, some great catches. And then at the end of this drive, Josh Williams makes a couple of guys miss. Touchdown, Bucks take the lead. Jalen Daniels had a good day, man.
Yeah, he engineered both of the offensive touchdown drives, and now he's watching the defense. Jack Pyburn just had Rondé his second sack of the game. And so now 3rd and 13. They need the touchdown and 2-point conversion to tie. Floating one and a little too far.
That's sacrilege. Do not say that. Touchdown and 2-point conversion to tie in a preseason game.
But don't worry, because you can't have overtime. So it would end at a tie.
We don't need that, though.
Well, the Bucks defense will keep that from happening. 4th and 13. You'll take a win at matter to you, even to the preseason. That's the spirit. You're already in John Gruden mode for next week.
Competitive nature is shining through right now. 4th and 13. Let's get off the field, Bucks.
Jamarian Williams for the Bucks, 12 tackles today, including a sack. I know some of his coverage you talked about left in spots, but it's just good to see a guy making plays when he can. Still 2 timeouts, Jets, but it's 4th down, and here comes the heat.
Just watch the game. Now y'all doing
the move is Cook. Throwing. But it doesn't matter. That's Keontae
Let's go.
Scott.
Oh, my God.
You said to watch him early. Rookie from Miami, the 4th rounder. And the Bucks will take over.
Well, I mentioned this a long time ago early in the game. Rush and coverage working together. And it gets the quarterback off the spot, and he has to throw this wobbly ball up into the air. And then Keontae Scott probably should have had his first career interception right there, but that would have been a great, great way to finish your first game.
We couldn't be happier to partner with the Tampa Bay Bucks. Captain Fear has a lot of ideas.
Galaxy to change the game. Galaxy to change the game.
It's awesome. The spirit's definitely there.
Kadarius Tony Carey let the Jets use one of their 2 remaining timeouts.
Say that, chat. Say
so
that.
There's 1:14. I'm trying to do the math here because they'll be able to stop. I imagine the Bucks will keep it on the ground. Aaron Glenn just wants to have his team get one more chance to get the football. See what Zach Robinson wants to do here to chew the clock up with 1 timeout. Obviously, a first down would seal it. Otherwise, might be forced to kick it away. Let's see. On 2nd and 11.
You gotta work hard. Work hard.
Back to Callaway. They're going to use the timeout. Tonight's player of the game brought to you by Farah and Farah. Tampa's accident attorneys are making it a fair fighter. Player of the game.
10 of 15, 111 yards, and a rushing touchdown. That pretty much player of the game. Yes, there were some good performances by some other players, especially on defense. But, Chris, you play to win the game, man, and the quarterback led 2 game-winning or touchdown drives in the second half with a bunch of backup players, and I thought he was impressive. I think he deserves it.
And when his backup against backup, Daniels came in and did his part. Jets played much of their starters in the opening quarter. The Bucks did not play any of their starters. And now with 1:09, if you don't get the first down, Bucks are probably going to have to kick this away. Nothing risky here. They'll rely on the defense unless Callaway, well, he stops short of the first down, but he picks up some good yardage to the 35-yard line. Jets can't stop the clock. Bucks will probably call a timeout and then kick it.
Well, those first preseason games go, this one was started off a little rough. But the way that this team responded, I think will have Todd Bowles pretty impressed. Especially with all these young guys. They weren't able to quite establish the run, but when they needed to, they did run the football. Got some great play out of their young quarterback, Jalen Daniels.
Yep, and there's about, if they don't call the timeout, well, here they go. So there'll be about a 20, I was going to say, about a 20 seconds, 21 seconds here. They milked all they could off the clock to leave the Jets very little with 0 timeouts.
Chris, I'm going to miss you next week, man.
Yeah, I'm excited to see.
If we do the math, hold on, Rick Odioso, what's the math on how many games we've done in the preseason
First
together?
one to become
So this is 14th year.
14th year. Do we always have the, let's say.
There were 4 games.
4 games for a while, right?
For when you first retired.
Yeah.
And I've been doing them, as I said, it's 23rd year for me. John Lynch, remember remember with John Lynch, we interviewed you in your last preseason
before
from the field.
Kelly had sold the on the field crew sideline talk. Yeah, I did that.
Yes, you were like you were starting your broadcast career whether you knew it or not. in one of those 4th preseason games. Here's the kick. The Jets are going to stay away from it. And we'll have 12 seconds. Well played by the Bucs there to just work the clock and leave maybe a couple of shots for the Jets. But whatever the amount, Buck fans, they love it. We have different people when I've called these games. It's been an honor being a Florida guy to work with former Buccaneer players. Like they wanted a guy like you, like John Lynch, somebody that played for the organization. So to get you and Gruden together, and I'm sorry to miss the game. Don't worry, I'll be back and it'll be fun. But I can't wait to hear you two just talk about, and in the preseason, as we've seen, you have time to really get into good discussion, and hopefully you'll get with the starters playing. I hope Kansas City plays their starters. I see Chris Godwin and Baker Mayfield in action, and see more Zach Robinson's offense in play.
Yeah, I think I'm more excited, to be honest with you, to see how the defense evolves, and because there were some holes in it last year. There's no doubt about it in terms of getting to the passer. I think they had 37 sacks last year, which was kind of middle of the road, but like we were still looking for more production. And I think next week we're going to see some of the guys that we brought in. Al-Quadin Muhammad and Anzalone, Ruben Bain, obviously the rookie, is definitely going to play. So I'm excited to see what that looks like on defense.
Yeah, Todd Bowles can last year. I mean, they ranked 20th in the NFL, allowing 24 points a game. That's just
that's right. It's at the same time as my boxing fight. I might miss it.
He's already kind of addressed some of that early.
I want to watch Rolly and Tio go at it.
It was the early indication when we saw the reserves, and they came up big.
Definitely want to watch that one, though. I should watch that one. I should host that one tomorrow, right? Yo, chat, what you guys think? Tomorrow, host boxing or UFC? Go ahead, let me see what it is, chat. Boxing or UFC tomorrow?
And Todd Bowles of the Bucs, who trailed 10-0 early. A pick six. Jalen Daniels leading with a touchdown run for Josh Williams. And the Buccaneers win it by 8.
All right, we got one UFC in the chat. Let's go.
Saturday.
Come on, which you guys want me to live stream tomorrow? UFC or boxing? Which one? Because we got T.O. and Ayo Junior. Appreciate the follow.
Make it up there to make that exciting.
The Cowboys game? Who do Cowboys play tomorrow? I'm watching the Giants game tomorrow. The Giants game.
It looks like the player of the game.
But remember, it's a Galaxy to change the game to your liking.
Touched on.
You send a Galaxy, we change the game to whatever game you want to watch. The chat's gonna have to watch what you want. But we in Florida right now, so we're gonna go ahead and put it for the Tampa Bay area and shit for Florida fans and stuff.
People from Philly that came down. Coaches, family.
But I appreciate you tapping in. Yo, God bless everybody here tonight.
Philly.
Appreciate you guys tapping that
screen. Sure, they'll all be excited to see me when I walk down there.
And hitting that follow button. Appreciate you guys so much. Hope everybody having a blessed weekend. Remember, guys, what do you guys want me to live stream tomorrow?
Oh, you know what's funny
boxing?
is when I was at
boxing
the draft,
night or UFC night? Which one for fight night?
Trotter,
UFC?
I couldn't help myself. I had to take a shot at Philly fans. Obviously, they're his dad, Jeremiah, played for the Eagles for all those years.
Islam Makhachev is going to beat Ian Gary by submission. With Indy Darren is going to beat Jillian. I forgot her last name.
The Cowboys and Seahawks, when do they play tomorrow? The Cowboys and Seahawks play today or tomorrow?
Those are the
easy
two
for me
like big fights.
to not pass up.
You got small fights.
Check
People
in
who
with
never
James
do
with
that.
our player of the game.
Yeah, thank you very much, Chris.
This whole card is kind of made
Aiden,
except for the main
it'd be one thing to
event.
have a
There's
pick
no
six
main
in your
event.
first preseason game. To do it with 20 members of friends, family, high school coaches that made the trip from Philly to watch you do it. What does that mean to you?
It's amazing just having the opportunity to just come out here and being blessed to have another opportunity to play in this game is like something I dreamed of this growing up. Like I dreamed of coming out here and just playing this game and just to get a pick six with all my family and all my friends here is a just thanking God, like I got the opportunity, obviously, to come out here. Make a play like that, that's all him, that's all God. And I'm just grateful that I'm able to have this team backing me, this people backing me to give me the opportunity to come out here and be on the field, to make that play. And to just get back to the sideline, celebrate my teammates was one of a lifetime.
Any shout-outs to the friends and family who might be watching? I mean, I know they're in the stands, but if they watch the replay.
Man, shout out to my mom, shout out to my dad, shout out to my family for coming out here, taking a trip, and shout out to everybody that watched me today. Appreciate y'all.
Shout out to the moms, Chris and Rondé. That's a true one right there.
I love it.
Yeah, and great to hear the exuberance, the excitement, nothing like a smile of someone getting an opportunity to make it on the big stage in the NFL. And in his first opportunity, take advantage of the bright lights of New York as the Bucks get good performances from some of the young players. We'll have more.
There goes the beautiful
from
Brooklyn
MetLife
Bridge.
The Bucks cooked
Off
tonight,
they go,
buddy.
spreading capability.
Yeah, they definitely
across
cooked tonight.
America.
They definitely did.
Ford is now number
They
one in
definitely
new
did.
vehicle quality.
They
But the
did
deals
good.
end soon. Better hurry.
And that rookie was going crazy, bro.
Over $7,300 in total savings, plus 2 years complimentary mobile service maintenance.
Have you ever, in your life, seen tight ends this relaxed?
Appreciate the rolls, Haley. Appreciate the rolls.
They're carefree, calm, serene. You know what these tight ends are so relaxed about? Prostate cancer screenings. They've learned there's a simple finger-free blood test. Roughly 1 in 8 men
Yo,
will be
shout out Haley
diagnosed
for
with prostate
motherfucking following the
cancer,
rolls.
and I was one
Appreciate
of
that.
them. I'm here
Appreciate
today because I caught it
Hope
early.
you're having a blessed night tonight and a blessed
What'd I
weekend.
teach you?
Appreciate you tapping into
Relax
that.
your tight end. Prostate cancer screening starts with a simple blood test.
Remember, guys,
Find out if a
top
PSA blood
gifter.
test is right for you
Top
and
gifter
relax. It's a
for the
bloodtest.com. Let's do this.
I'm doing $500 giveaway. Top gifter.
Nissan really pushes these cars, huh?
Oh, yeah. It's from Friday to Sunday. We tidy them up on Sunday, guys.
Driveway
Don't forget about that giveaway.
Wow, solid.
Very. Hurry in to the Nissan End of Summer Sales Event and see why the Nissan Rogue is #1 in new vehicle quality. Now get 0% APR on select model trims for well-qualified buyers or get $4,500 customer cash on Rogue Platinum.
Off they go, spreading capability across America.
J.D. Power says Ford is now number one in new vehicle quality. But the deals end soon. Better hurry.
Get 0% financing, $1,000 towards down payment, and $500 final days bonus cash, plus 2 years complimentary mobile service on select Ford vehicles.
News Channel 8's presentation of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers has been brought to you by Advent Health. Advent Health, the exclusive hospital of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And by Morgan & Morgan, for the crew, for the people.
Morgan & Morgan ain't for the people. They capping.
Some
They
big
capping,
plays,
chat. Don't
some
believe that shit.
Exciting plays. Interception run back for a touchdown. And young quarterbacks delivering for Tampa Bay, their starter and backup. You'll see him next week when Baker Mayfield and the Bucs host the Kansas City Chiefs at Raymond James. But good way to start out and check on some of those reserves that will figure in the depth of this team. But what about next week when we see the starters? What are you looking forward to most? We'll start on offense.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to see Emeka Buka. He's going to probably
what games do we got
stay
on?
out until the regular season.
Is
'cause
this
he has
game
that little
over?
toe injury that he had. But yeah, I want to see this wide receiver group. Yeah, it's a changed
All right,
group
bet
without
next
Mike
game.
Evans. So some young guys really got to step up and
The next
produce.
game.
I think we know what we're going to get from Bucky
What's the next
Irving
game?
and Kenneth Gainwell, but the receivers, I think, are going to be the crux of this football team. And on the other side of the ball,
What game-
I
what
want to
game
see
are we going to
our
next?
secondary. Zion McCollum
Commanders and
and
Dolphins?
Jacob Parrish didn't play today. I want to see them play.
Yeah.
There's one concern I have on this team. It is the secondary.
All right, there we go. We're on to the next one, chat.
We are back and welcome to our
Oh
first
shit!
post-game show
Yeah,
of the
they
season.
dusted them.
Beautiful
Damn,
night at the
Miami
nation's
game
capital. We're
fucking
over Orlando,
smoked.
Maryland. The Dolphins open the Jeff Hafley era. Washington gets the win, but it was a great start to this game as the
They
Dolphins
smoked them.
starting
That's it.
offense
This one's
got,
over too.
You know, backed up to their own 7-yard line.
Yeah, this game
Let's
over
see
too.
what Malik Willis and this offensive line and this new team can do. Oh, that opening
that's it.
drive.
No more games for the night?
Very encouraging. 14 plays,
Nah, that's it,
93
buddy.
yards. Malik Willis
That's
and
it.
that entire
No
offense.
basketball.
They looked really well in that drive. I mean, it's what you wanted to see. I was interested in looking at that offensive line, and they played
Let's
very,
go.
very
Tomorrow
well.
we're gonna watch
Proctor getting
the,
out in front of stuff and giving
the
running
Giants.
lanes,
The
protecting
Giants
the
versus
quarterback,
Vikings.
throwing the football. It just was. It couldn't have been any better.
All right. So what are we doing in chat?
What are we doing, fellas?
Oh, we could definitely put on Spider-Man for you guys. How about it, chat? Y'all seen Spider-Man yet? Have y'all seen the new Spider-Man?
No, I have not.
But it's the truth.
You're the Spider-Man.
Can't tell anybody about this.
Let's
Gotta
go.
keep it a secret.
If we get,
Thank you.
if we get 3 galaxies, I'll throw in Spider-Man.
We used to know each other.
Hey man, I got the picks. I'm dropping the picks tomorrow, Maui. I'm dropping all the picks tomorrow. Moonish time. If you're
But something
on.
bad was gonna happen. Me. And the only way to stop it was to do the hard thing.
You're gonna forget who I am.
What?
What are you talking about?
I'm gonna come and find you. And I'll explain everything.
You're better. I love you.
I'm just waiting.
Y'all seen the new Spider-Man yet, chat? Nah?
My name is Peter Parker, and I would like a coffee.
Is there anything else?
Maybe I'll never read this to you. No. Maybe I'm just writing this for me. And maybe that's my responsibility, to live alone with the truth. Because I'm not just Peter Parker. I'm Spider-Man.
We're faced with a threat that can be anyone.
You sure you want to do this, Scorpion? You think I'm Scorpion? Talk to Banner?
No Banner. Only Hulk.
I'm sorry, but you're in danger. What? I promised you that I would keep you safe. Please, you just have to trust me. Come on.
Fine.
You're the only one who can sense it.
Hey, can we do this one at a time, please?
You're the only one who can defeat it.
The Spidey Tracker app says that Spider-Man is in the direct vicinity.
Oh yeah? No way, that's crazy. Hi, my name is Peter Parker. I have something to tell you that's gonna sound crazy. But it's the truth.
You're the Spider-Man.
Can't tell anybody about this. Gotta keep it a secret.
Okay.
Thank you. Everybody good?
Yeah, Spider-Man!
We used to know each other. We were together. But something bad was gonna happen. Me. And the only way to stop it was to do the hard thing.
You're gonna forget who I am.
What?
What are you talking about?
I'm gonna come and find you. And I'll explain everything.
You better. I love you. I love you. Just wait and tell me when you see me again.
My name is Peter Parker, and I would like a coffee.
Is there anything else?
Maybe I'll never read this to you. No. Maybe I'm just writing this for me. And maybe that's my responsibility, to live alone with the truth. Because I'm not just Peter Parker. I'm Spider-Man.
We're faced with a threat that can be anyone.
You sure you want to do this, Scorpion?
You think I'm Scorpion?
Talk to Banner?
No, Banner. Only Hulk.
I'm sorry, but you're in danger. What? I promised you that I would keep you safe. Please, you just have to trust me. Come on.
Fine.
You're the only one who can sense it.
Hey, can we do this one at a time, please?
You're the only one who can defeat it.
The Spidey Tracker app says that Spider-Man is in the direct vicinity.
Oh yeah? No way, that's crazy.
What'd you say?
Hi, my name is Peter Parker.
Give me a
I have something to tell you that's gonna sound crazy. But it's the truth.
You're the Spider-Man.
Can't tell anybody about this. Gotta keep it a secret.
Okay.
Thank you. Everybody good?
Yeah, Spider-Man!
We used to know each other.
Take care of those things.
We were together. But something bad was gonna happen. Me. And the only way to stop it was to do the hard thing.
You're gonna forget who I am.
What?
What are you talking about?
I'm gonna come and find you. And I'll explain everything.
You better. I love you. I love you. Just wait and tell me when you see me again.
My name is Peter Parker, and I would like a coffee.
Is there anything else?
Maybe I'll never read this to you. No. Maybe I'm just writing this for me. And maybe that's my responsibility, to live alone with the truth. Because I'm not just Peter Parker. I'm Spider-Man.
We're faced with a threat that can be anyone.
You sure you want to do this, Scorpion?
You think I'm Scorpion?
Talk to Banner?
No, Banner. Only Hulk.
I'm sorry, but you're in danger. What? I promised you that I would keep you safe. Please, you just have to trust me. Come on.
Fine.
You're the only one who can sense it.
Hey, can we do this one at a time, please?
You're the only one who can defeat it.
The Spidey Tracker app says that Spider-Man is in the direct vicinity.
Oh yeah? No way, that's crazy. Hi, my name is Peter Parker.
I have something to tell you that's gonna sound crazy. But it's the truth.
You're the Spider-Man.
Can't tell anybody about this. Gotta keep it a secret.
Okay.
Thank you. Everybody good?
Yeah, Spider-Man! We used to know each other. We were together. But something bad was gonna happen.
Me.
And the only way to stop it was to do the hard thing.
You're gonna forget who I am.
What?
What are you talking about?
I'm gonna come and find you. And I'll explain everything.
You better. I love you. Just wait and tell me when you see me again.
My name is Peter Parker, and I would like a coffee.
Is there anything else?
Maybe I'll never read this to you.
No.
Maybe I'm just writing this for me. And maybe that's my responsibility, to live alone with the truth. Because I'm not just Peter Parker. I'm Spider-Man.
We're faced with a threat that can be anyone.
You sure you want to do this, Scorpion?
You think I'm Scorpion?
Dr. Banner?
No, Banner. Only Hulk.
I'm sorry, but you're in danger. What? I promised you that I would keep you safe. Please, you just have to trust me. Come on.
Fine.
You're the only one who can sense it.
Hey, can we do this one at a time, please?
You're the only one who can defeat it.
The Spidey Tracker app says that Spider-Man is in the direct vicinity.
Oh yeah? No way, that's crazy. Hi, my name is Peter Parker. I have something to tell you that's gonna sound crazy. But it's the truth.
You're the Spider-Man.
Can't tell anybody about this. Gotta keep it a secret.
Okay.
Thank you. Everybody good?
Yeah, Spider-Man! We used to know each other. We were together. But something bad was gonna happen.
Me.
And the only way to stop it was to do the hard thing.
You're gonna forget who I am.
What?
What are you talking about?
I'm gonna come and find you. And I'll explain everything.
You better. I love you. Just wait and tell me when you see me again.
My name is Peter Parker, and I would like a coffee.
Is there anything else?
Maybe I'll never read this to you.
No.
Maybe I'm just writing this for me.
Well, brother.
And maybe that's my responsibility, to live alone with the truth. Because I'm not just Peter Parker. I'm Spider-Man.
We're faced with a threat that can be anyone.
You sure you want to do this, Scorpion?
You think I'm Scorpion?
Dr. Banner?
No, Banner. Only Hulk.
I'm sorry, but you're in danger. What? I promised you that I would keep you safe. Please, you just have to trust me. Come on.
Fine.
You're the only one who can sense it.
Hey, can we do this one at a time, please?
You're the only one.
And now they're asking for the website.
ये शादी नहीं होगी।
ain't going nowhere.
पापा
I got the website. We're gonna watch
जब
through
तक
me.
हमारी मांगे पूरी नहीं होगी ये शादी नहीं होगी।
ऐसा मत कीजिए, हमारी इज्जत आपके हाथों में है, ऐसा मत कीजिए।
Hi, my name is Peter Parker. You don't remember me, but I have something to tell you that's gonna sound crazy. But it's the truth. And I know you're gonna believe me because you're very good at telling when I'm lying. Evie, can you check the calibration of my targeting matrix? That doesn't feel zeroed into me.
Checking target calibration.